show. So I do have quite a number of things up for topics of discussion for tonight, to include detractors for Maniac Riot Wrestling. That should be a fun topic for discussion tonight, guys. It won't take long. We're not going to spend 2 hours talking about that, but I'm like, dudes, we don't even have our first figure released yet. And we already got some jokers jumping on Facebook talking smack. And I'm like, all right, stuff is getting real. That's what's up right there, though. But that'll be a fun topic to talk about. Maniac Riot Wrestling is always a fun topic of discussion for me. So MRW is up for topics of discussion. Big Rubber Guys is up for topics of discussion. The 2026 Royal Rumble is going to be on topic of discussion. Future content of the channel is going to be up for topics of discussion for today. And MLB is always up for grabs because, well, I'm a baseball fan. And, of course, we love to talk baseball on this channel. So let's dive into something I've been wanting to talk about. Last week, I didn't bring this up, so I do want to jump into this first and foremost. How is the Cubs and Astros trade looking 1 year in advance? Now, obviously, we know that the Cubs did give up a whole abundance of talent in order to acquire outfielder Kyle Tucker. And we've seen how that worked out. Not too shabby, right? I mean, the Cubs made it to they were one game away from making it to the NLCS. So you think all in all, it wasn't a bad trade. But what we got was a guy that couldn't hit 270, barely put up 20 home runs. I think he barely put up 70 RBIs for the Cubs. So giving up a third baseman in Isaac Paredes, would he have still slugged 20 plus home runs? Been a 100 plus RBI guy in Chicago? Probably not. The way that he hits is more suited for stadiums like Tropicana Field in Tampa Bay, or somewhere in like Houston. Maybe he'd gone to Colorado, somewhere like that. That's more situated for a guy of his the way that he hits, especially the way as a full pull hitter. Cam Smith, third baseman, future All-Star. That was the big giveaway right there. And the Cubs didn't see him on their roster in 2025, and the Astros did. And he was pretty much putting up Kyle Tucker numbers in the beginning of the season, and that was, some bullshit, right? What the Cubs gave up to acquire Kyle Tucker. And it was coming down to either Cam Smith or Matt Shaw. And Matt Shaw, he was dominating in the minor leagues, and you were not going to give up you weren't going to give up Matt Shaw. It just wasn't happening. So, and Hayden Wesniewski, he was also part of that trade, and he was, I mean, he's this often injured pitcher, so he might be a bullpen piece in the future, but he could be someone that's going to be, I feel like he's going to be an actual professional starting pitcher, either for the Astros or another major league organization in the future. Teams like the Royals and Minnesota Twins, those organizations, they seem to take flyers on these guys later on in their careers, and they seem to thrive. So I feel like he's going to end up thriving probably as a bullpen guy in Houston. But later on, I see him going to teams like Kansas City, Tampa Bay, Minnesota in the future, and I think he's going to become an actual bona fide starting pitcher, and he's going to be dominant. Hey, what's going on, El? Welcome to the show, man.
Sorry, I'm a little late.
Oh, you're good, man. We just got a few guys in. We got some messages here. Got Lance on the show. What's going on, bud?
Always like to follow the live stream here, so let me get that up too. Doing good. Yeah, you do. So, you are kind of a Hammer the Valentine-esque, aren't you? Let Lance call you Matt the Hammer Valentine.
Yeah, man. Hey, you seen that one figure that I created? I was trying to create like that Hasbro figure that, but I wanted to have like a Greg Valentine figure, LJN, and because I was trying to create a Jason Nupp LJN figure, right? Based on the Greg Valentine LJN, and stupid Chat GPT ended up creating like a LJ a Hasbro style Greg Valentine,
Oh,
and I posted that picture. I'm like, you know what? We got to create this Hasbro style Greg Valentine figure because this thing is awesome. But I'm like, you know what? If we ever get Jason Nupp's approval to like, hey, release New Age Revolution style action figures, hey, we got a bona fide release right there because that thing was super damn cool.
looked pretty neat, and especially with retros being your number one fave.
Yeah.
Did you dye your hair again?
Yeah, we finally got it gray.
Yeah,
so a couple hours before stream. I mean, it was like really nice blonde, but now it's kind of more grayish.
I always wanted to do that as a kid because you wouldn't expect it. Like an 18-year-old in high school having gray hair. And it seemed like the only hair color that nobody ever used to dye. So I'm like, well, I would dye my hair silver or whatever.
Yeah. So Corey, you're asked about Saturday streams. I mean, my wife and I were kind of, just enjoying the day on Saturday, and my heart just wasn't in it on Saturday, so I just kind of postponed that stream. And actually, that is one of the topics of today's discussion, the future of the channel. And if you guys noticed, since the calendar has changed to 26, I'm not popping out videos like I used to.
Yeah.
Like if you look at like 2024, for example, especially when around June of 2024, like the last 180 plus days or so of that year, every single day of the week for like the last 6 months or so, 6 or 7 months, I was putting out a video every single day of the week. Over 300 videos in that year. 2025, probably another 300 plus videos, especially when you throw in all the live streams, all the short videos. So, I mean, I was just pumping out videos like crazy. I don't know if I'm necessarily burnt out or what it is, but at this point, I'm all out of ideas. I have nothing. I have no ideas as far as making videos. There's nothing flowing through for content wise. So that's why all I'm doing is live shows and even the live shows from time to time, like Saturdays, like when you're my babe, like when I'm sitting down and I'm spending time with my wife, we're having a good day, like, hey, it's you want to get up, it's like, oh man, it's Saturday, it's time for a live stream, but you gotta like weighs pros and cons, like, do I want to give up the day, spend the time with my wife to go do my live show, or so. And at that given moment, I just hey, I wanted to spend time with my wife, so that's kind of what it would boil down to.
It worked out great for me too because I took the extra rest.
Yeah.
I still have. Friday night was the best night of sleep I got in a week. You kind of forget sleeping all the way through the night when you don't do it. And I hadn't been sleeping all the way through. And Friday night I did. But then Saturday night I couldn't again. So you try to make it up in volume, but it's not the same, right? You sleep for an hour or two, sleep for an hour or two, wake up. Not quite the same. So hopefully I'm feeling pretty good right now. So I'm hoping tonight, once we're done here, I was going to probably take a shower and fall asleep watching, I don't know, wrestling or something. Podcast really put me to sleep listening, whether it's video or not. That's really helped.
Sweet. I made a custom mat fig with my Valentine LJ.
That'd be cool. I made a custom mat fig with my Valentine LJ. You could be the new dream team or something. Come up with a new name.
Looks like Kudarak again. Yeah, man.
Can you get monetization through live stream watches and stuff too?
Yeah, I think
all watches count.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much where I'm getting. Like I said, I only make like 30 cents a day, I think, and probably less than that even, because I don't make any other videos other than live streams. So, like, I don't make any. If you look at my views, I don't get any views on my videos. So, and live streams, the same thing. I mean, live streams, they don't get no views either, but because live streams go 2 hours, 3 hours, etc., I'm gonna make like 13 cents off of this 3-hour live stream. So or I'm gonna make 8 cents off of this 2 hour live stream. I'm gonna make 21 cents off this 5 hour live stream. So, those live streams add up over the course of, X amount of days, etc. But I mean, otherwise, like I said, I'm not doing these to make money because they really don't make money.
You'd have to make not too many videos, or
I'd have to be making I'd have to do what freaking the professor does and be making like these 12-hour live streams and hope that I get.
Of course, does a view on a 12-hour video charge any more than a view on a 5-minute video?
I mean, you gotta look at this.
Yeah.
I think it's because of the ads that get played. If someone's actually sitting there and actually watching if you sat down and watched my video for like 3 hours straight, I'm pretty sure that would get me some kind of money off of that 3 hours of watch time. But if you sat there and watched it for like 5 minutes, oh, this is boring, I want to fast forward. Then what happens when you fast forward? It's going to go into an ad. Then you got to sit there and watch the ad, and then when you get to the video, you got to fast forward through that. Because if I sit there and I want to watch my video, but I want to get to a certain point because there's something I was talking about, and I want to watch that certain scene, I got to fast forward through all the ads. So.
Mm-hmm. I was just curious if it made more sense to make smaller, or somebody suggested you to create the shorts or whatever. I didn't know if that was one of the reasons, but they inject ads into shorts, but also, like you're saying, a 12-hour video or a 3-hour video, more time to inject ads into. That's really what they care about, which is what they care about. That Google's an ad company. All they do is ad sales. The rest of the stuff is superfluous.
Yeah, shorts.
Search engine, AI, everything else is superfluous to the ads.
You would have to get hundreds of millions of views on your shorts, at least tens of millions of views on each short in order for you to get some kind of monetization.
Okay.
For me, I would never get paid off of that. Never in a million years.
You have to go viral or something.
Yeah, and that's not just one single video. You literally, you'd have to put hundreds of videos, video after video after video, and every single one of them have to have millions and millions of views in order for you to get monetized to make serious money off of shorts. So shorts don't do anything. The only thing that shorts did for me was bring up my subscriber count.
Okay, which I guess is useful.
Yeah. So, but
of course, I wonder what's the average makings that someone makes on a YouTube content creator. You always hear you're like your Logan Paul types, but clearly most people are not him. I wonder what it is.
I mean, I would always assume somebody makes decent money, but
there's probably a reason why not everyone's quit their day job and just went into YouTube content creation though too, I guess.
I'm assuming
make sure it's not your primary means yet.
I'm assuming that the average person probably makes $300 a year.
I mean, heck, Kyle Peterson sounds like he has still a pretty busy job that he still does. On top of how many channels and how many videos in the Patreon he does. Now, maybe he's just greedy, but I wonder if that's part of the tale. even all the views he gets and subscribers he's got on a couple different channels and Patreon, still needs a job to make ends meet. Now, admittedly, he buys a bunch of figures, and that's actually why I was late. Apparently, the mail got delivered late, and I think it was 4 Big Rubber guys today out of the blue. Their shipping has gotten worse from the West Coast. They don't tell you what it is anymore. You just kind of have to guess, and the packing is terrible. I hope nobody's collecting Min on Card BRGs anymore. It's not going to happen. They shoveled Coco Beware and the Genius Lanny Poffo into the one box. Yeah. Normally they put just one in. They smashed them together, and then they had, I think I got the Bloody Kickboxer, and then USA came out of it. I kind of could gather that one of those might have been those because I started seeing pictures on the website or on the Facebook groups.
No Chotsky or Mooney part of that.
I think I might have got them from J&J Figures, so I might be delayed. Okay. J&J Figures, you save money, but they get them second or third. So once you start seeing people that got them because I think I wasn't still all in on the Collect Major. So I'm like, well, definitely Coco Beware and Leap and Lanny Poffo, the Genius. Yeah, I'm definitely getting them. Do I care much about Shotsky or Sean Mooney? Yeah, probably not. Then later on, I went and another good site, either Big Bad Toy Store or J&J Figures. You can usually get the pre-orders after the pre-order's over on some of the stuff. And then with J&J, you can save some money. So I'm like, well, okay, I'll be a completist. I'll buy those two. I keep looking. Now, I definitely think I'll get the Cincinnati Red Macho. Still on the fence about the Philly Fanatic and Mr. Met. but I'd probably get those two. I got them on pre-order at Big Bad Toy Store, but those are the late. That's the last to ship, right? And there's no benefit really other than you pay $4 to ship, I guess.
Yeah.
That's more expensive than direct from Collect Major, though. Pretty much everything they sell now is free shipping, at least. Though maybe the shipping would be better. Big Bad Toy Store, I don't know.
Yeah,
but I'm that minimum card.
In just a bit, I'm going to answer some of these questions here.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure there will be on the pegs later this year for a while. Store's cold at 1.
Yeah, I don't think so. Though you think Connect and Myers with TNA's what do you call that? Their first show was on AMC, and apparently it was terrible. That they might need to pay checks, so you think they'd keep. You don't want to backslide. Well, because they started, I think, a West Coast, probably California, LA, somewhere. What you call it, warehouse? Because then theoretically, I guess they can receive the goods faster and ship them faster. That all sounds great, but whoever's shipping for them sucks, and they need to take care of that. I mean, at a minimum, say, yep, here's your. They have a notorious problem. Like they didn't even tell me any of those were shipped, other than the Kurt Sloan, the Bloody Kickboxer, because that was an in stock order. I think that's the only reason why I got it. I got like 3 tracking numbers from stamps.com. That could have been anything.
Yeah.
I just figured out that all their stuff comes from stamps.com now. So I'm like, well, probably that's them. I haven't ordered anything else. But what if you ordered a bunch of other stuff from people who use stamps.com? You wouldn't have any idea.
So I've been going through my email, and because I've been trying to track a lot of my Big Rubber guys, a lot of my Latuni orders.
Yeah.
Because a lot of my stuff, I'm like, I know I ordered 2 of a lot of these orders. I'm like, no, you only ordered 1. I'm like, no, I'm like, no, this doesn't seem right. Like, I got my Everest Legion of Doom the other day, and I'm like,
oh yeah, I did too.
So I got 1 set in, and I'm like, I could have sworn I ordered 2. So I had to go back, and I'm like, did I order 2 of these? And I did find it, and I did order 2 sets, but I ordered 2 sets of the gold, not the red. So,
interesting.
So, yeah, and of course the gold hasn't shipped yet. They're probably they're not even on the boat yet, so that's gonna be a while before we get those in. But I'm like, okay, so I double check that, and I've noticed that this, like, what is it, series 13, series 14, something like that, with Shotsky and Coco Beware and Lenny Pop and all that. And
remembering that because they also dropped the Rougeau brothers this month.
Yeah,
that's series 18 now or something.
Yep, series 18. And normally, once I see that new figures are up for sale, like, I immediately go in and pre-order them. But like, I haven't touched those, and I actually love those figures. Like, they look amazing. But like, I am, as a collector, I have slowed down so much. Like, even some of my favorite figures, like I feel like I'm out of it at this point. And like you said, the figures have gone downhill. And I hate that collectors and fans out there are just so super glazing in this company, like they can do no wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, they keep getting better with every release. They keep getting better. Like, mother effer. No, they're not. Stop it. Some figures are better than others, just like any other toy line out there. But they are not getting better with every release. Like the last release with Texas Tornado, like that series sucked.
Did all of them suck? I think you did say that. I'm still waiting on mine. I think I got them from JJ as well.
They were good figures. They were good, but they weren't like the greatest thing ever. I would argue among the 14 or 15 series that we've gotten so far, they were probably middle of the rotation series, or more even towards the bottom of the bottom of the rotation. That's how little I felt about that series. And it had Bruiser Brody in it, and that was the one character of this entire line I was looking forward to the most. I still think that my Bruiser Brody custom from Zashman is a better figure than what we got from Big Rubber Guys. I am a huge Collect Major fan. I am a huge Big Rubber Guys collector, okay? I love this line, but I am not going to, like, glaze every little bit about them, you know? Hasbell Toys. I am a big Grapplers and Gimmicks fan. I collect all their figures. But at the same time, I am not going to glaze every single freaking thing that they come out with. Like the other day, they came out with some character. I think it was Val Venus or someone. I forget who the hell they released.
And then 2 of the Just Incredibles. Who's the Aldo?
Aldo Montoya, and then the Just Incredible,
and then Just Incredible,
Yeah, and they made some stupid ass comment like, "Oh, we don't support his his political views or some bullshit comment like that. I'm like, what the hell
Oh,
does that have to do with anything? Like, dude, like I don't know what the hell his political views are. I don't give a shit about his political views. Irrelevant. You're
yep.
releasing an action figure. This is a goddamn toy.
Was that their weird way of distancing themselves from some of the grifting maybe he's done or something?
I have no
They're
idea, but
stretching their what?
it's like when I was doing a Rush Collectibles review of Donald Trump. I'm like, and people were like tearing me a new asshole because I was doing a Donald Trump review. I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, this is a freaking toy review. This has nothing to do with politics. Get off your high horse. Like, this is about a toy. I'm like, but I'm like the fact that he was like eating ass because it's because this guy has some kind of political view, I guess, different from his or something. I don't know, man. Like
Oh,
I
I'm
don't
hurt.
buy into that bullshit. Like I don't care about politics. It's not my thing. But I don't also believe in catering and bending the knee to people for no damn reason.
Mm-hmm.
So that right there sickened me.
Yeah, I mean,
And
unfortunately, he's definitely a lightning rod. Anything Trump named right now is going to be unfairly poo-pooed, or the opposite happens too. But at least you got the Rush figure, right? I mean, at least you had a figure to review. There, apparently, that's not always the case. Luckily, I've never bought anything from him. But so, what is Rush's deal? Is it he just doesn't always deliver? Half delivers. Not Power Town, but not much better.
pretty much. Send me a quick hey, dream, dudes. Definitely watching after work. Hey, Mom. Thanks, bud.
That's got to be tough. I'm glad work's over for me for today. I feel like napping.
Hmm.
Could imagine going to work now. Of course, I don't know what Bum does, and we don't have to get into it, but I'm always curious. Bless that, I've 9-to-5 job for years now that, I don't worry about shift work and stuff like that, unless I'm on call and something breaks,
Yeah, the way he talks, I always kind of felt like he was a male stripper.
See if we'll test him if he actually rewatches the live stream, huh?
I mean, that's always been my feelings, just personally.
I mean, he could certainly fill some niches too. I mean, nothing whether he's a beautiful man or anything, but I imagine the eye patch has got to draw some different attention that it's got to be hard to compete with. You say that last, you take that off last, or he moves the eye patch to somewhere else on his body. Anyway.
I mean, he says "Hey, baby" a lot, and he always talks about bums. I mean, I always thought he was into stripping or something.
That's true. When he dances, though, he wears a bigger eye patch. If you know what I'm saying. That could work, I guess, couldn't it? One-eyed trouser snake, didn't they say? Anyway.
That's funny.
Yeah, I kind of miss his problem. His live streams are all over the place, though, and I don't follow YouTube enough unless I'm sitting down and like, okay, time to like veg out for a bit, and then I'll check YouTube and like, oh, I'm gonna catch a impromptu bum stream. Otherwise, I'm just like, oh, I missed that one. He-Man. Oh no, I haven't seen that. There's a He-Man movie trailer. Uh-oh.
Yeah, there is a new He-Man movie coming out, and who is the new He-Man?
Huh. Yeah, I think I've heard there was one coming out, but I didn't know. I think I hit the wrong thing.
Yeah, I can't remember the last Scream I saw. I think I saw Scream 5, I think. Was that like Jenna Ortega, I think, was in Scream 5?
Oh, it's supposed to be released this summer.
But I think that was about it.
I don't know. This Nicholas Gazeltine as He-Man. Jared Leto as Skeletor. Huh.
But like anything after Scream 3, I don't really remember.
Oh yeah, okay. I think we looked this up before. Got Idris Elba as Duncan, Man-at-Arms. Alison Brie as Evelyn. Morena Baccarin as the Sorceress of Castle Grayskull.
Who'd you say was He-Man?
Nicholas Gazeltine? I don't know who that is.
I have no idea. That name doesn't sound familiar.
Some newer, hopefully buff. It'd be weird to have Match the Universe and just you have like Jungle Boy AW as He-Man. You're like, He-Man should be buff guy, I need to watch. I didn't know they had a trailer, so I need to watch the trailer. So, what do we think about? Corey, what do we think about the trailer? We got a lot of trailer reaction, trailer watch-alongs. Do they have that sort of thing?
Play it sound down low.
I don't even have Bing videos. What is this? I need to listen to. I'm watching it up top here. Doesn't look too bad. Looks like the The castle looks a little not good for 2026. Maybe I'm expecting too much. Nowadays you think everything should look perfect, and could also be this video sucks. This video quality doesn't look very good. I'm actually watching it now. Who's this young? Who's that?
Too much audio. That's exactly what I think is wrong with like all the darn Incredible Hulk movies. That's why I love the original 1970s Incredible Hulk series. Incredible Hulk ran from what, 1977 to like 83 or something?
You mean the cartoon?
No, the
was there a live action?
Bigsby.
Oh, Hulk. Yeah, you pivoted.
Bigsby,
you pivoted, but my brain didn't. Yeah, I got you. I'm still on He-Man.
Where the F is the blonde hair? I mean, technically, it is still blondish.
Did it run that long? It ran that long, huh? That's like, what, 7 years?
I think it ran for 5 years, but I think season 5 was like cut short. So like the season finale or series finale was like a stupid clip, not even a cliffhanger. But like that the show, like I remember watching that when I was a kid. And I remember loving that show. But like 2012 or 2012, maybe into 2013, because I had all the DVDs, right? And 2012, I came home on vacation. I grabbed all the DVDs, put it back into like this little DVD case, and came back overseas to Afghanistan. And whenever I was on, break, maybe a lunch break or, after work when I was having dinner, I'd sit down in my room. I'd have dinner. I'd watch Incredible Hulk. Each episode is supposed to be like a 45-minute episode, but those episodes ran 55, sometimes an hour, sometimes even longer. And we're talking about a single episode. It's a good show, but man, some of those freaking episodes, especially for a 1970s show, early 1980s, those freaking episodes dragged on like crazy. And you really had to force yourself to freaking watch those episodes. And when you finally finished the series, man, you really felt like you achieved something. Hey, always listen to you, buddy.
It looks like Thor, He-Man. Looks like an extension of the Thor universe. And honestly, I don't mean to body shame, but he does not look like He-Man. They didn't cast somebody buff enough, I don't think. They might as well just flat out cast Hemsworth, because it's very Thorian the way he's like, oh, I got the sword, I'm He-Man and stuff. Now, maybe that's the original story, and I don't remember it real well. But, I mean, I still probably watched the movie. It's just the trailer took so long. It was like a 3-minute trailer.
Kermit, that's funny, dude.
I don't know. So June, sounds like this year. I'll probably forget again, and then summer will hit, and they're like, oh, yeah, that movie's coming out. He-Man, I forgot about that.
Kermit, that makes me feel good about myself. Thank you.
With blonde hair. Yeah, and the CGI doesn't look super great. For, like I said, for 2026, unless my quality was too low in the movie trailer, you just kind of expect by now in 2026 things should look, top notch. And it's got to be a big enough movie that got money behind it. And I was kind of a little underwhelmed, or whelmed at least. I definitely wasn't overwhelmed. I might be nitpicking, but no, I didn't. And I played it without sound, so maybe the sound helps. But yeah, it was kind of interesting because he looks like he has an office job, He-Man does, and I didn't really catch did he find the sword and somebody text him, hey, I got your sword or whatever. And they take a shuttle to Eternity or whatever, and Oh, they did offer Helmsworth, yeah. All right, yeah. That'd have been interesting. Helmsworth as Hogan. But keep the Australian accent. Like, wait a minute, Hulk Hogan sounds different in this one. What's going on here? Brother, put another shrimp on the Barbie, brother.
I don't know.
Eat your vitamins, brother.
I didn't even know what that was until you guys started talking about that. Until I started seeing your guys' videos talking about that stuff.
Which?
The kratom.
Oh, that drug of some kind.
I assume.
Yeah, well, because apparently Sabu got hopped up on it for his final match against Joey Janela, and then died a couple weeks later. And they suspected that didn't help. I mean, he took a lot of bumps over his career, and I'm sure that wasn't the first time he took drugs, but yeah, apparently he. And you can kind of tell I haven't ended up watching this last match with Janela, who's a piece of shit, but he's a garbage wrestler. But I ended up watching it anyways, and I'm like, yeah, you kind of tell he didn't need to be there. Like he had trouble getting in the ring. Like he could barely stand at times. You're like, why are you wrestling? Because Sabu needed the money. And it's really sad because you find out he dies like a week or two later.
Yeah. Oh, so just before you jumped on, man, I was
Cabin in the Woods. Yeah, he was.
Who, Hemsworth?
Yeah, he was in he was the one in Cabin in the Woods, wasn't he?
Yeah. If that was a musical, that one sucked.
No, that'd been interesting as a musical, Cabin in the Woods. I was just thinking they needed somebody. No offense to that Gallatin or whatever.
Hey, what's up, Steven?
They really do. I mean, he's He-Man. No offense, but like you're not going to get me to play He-Man because I'm not buff like He-Man should be. Like He-Man's got muscles, have muscles. So you need a Helmsworth or somebody like that, right? You can't just cast, what's his name? I'm trying to think, Steve Buscemi or something as He-Man. It's like no offense to him, he's got the acting chops, but you're gonna be like, that's not He-Man. That's AEW's version of He-Man. And so I don't know. We'll see. I mean, you probably forget it. You watch it. If you enjoy the movie, you get into it and enjoy it. And it'll be fun because of the nostalgia as a kid, right? We watched He-Man. It can't be any worse than the last live action movie, and they had like a legitimate He-Man, right? Because they got what's his face,
Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah, I mean, he was definitely in shape to be He-Man, and still that was kind of.
Yeah, I've never seen that movie, but I mean, based on the graphics, and everything, I mean, it seemed like a fun movie. Like I would probably enjoy it if I saw it today.
You should probably see it once, yeah. And who knows? You probably some of us, if you could forget ever seeing it the first or second time, might enjoy it better watching it again. Like just clear the slate. It's hard to do that though, isn't it? Prince Adam, yeah. They didn't mention Prince Adam in this though, but I assume that would be weird if they didn't. Maybe they get Steve Buscemi for Prince Adam. You're like, wait a minute. That would be funny if, like in Batman, if they had like a totally different body type, as Bruce Wayne, and you're like, see, that's clearly not Batman. You have like Ben Affleck walking around as Batman, and then you're some small. I'm trying to think of. Yeah, maybe they could see. I'm surprised they didn't actually with all the other CGI they used. They could CGI him up some or get him a muscle suit. Maybe. I like that idea. Or the same with Superman. You have a big buff Superman, and then Clark Kent's walking around as like a small person. Like, well, that can't be Superman. He's got glasses and a suit on. That's definitely not Superman. Really?
I mean, what do you think about this Corn Sweat or Corn Sweet? What the hell his name is that plays the new Superman? I mean, I don't know. I don't even know his name. But
which series of Superman are we on? 18, 20? I got
the
this
new,
like with BRGs. I don't even know.
James Gunn Superman. I haven't watched that movie. I mean, I hate the suit. So the suit alone makes the Superman movie not worthy in my eyes. Like it just seems like low budget WB style. To me, that's what it looks like to me. It looks like a WB, like the WB made the suit. It doesn't look like a damn $300 million Hollywood movie suit to me. So
looks like hey, they're gonna watch because it's Superman movie anyways. So just put a suit out there and go. But I mean, honestly, at this point, what stories are we telling with Superman that's going to get you to be excited about another Superman? What can we do that you're like, I gotta watch this Superman because reasons now and stuff. Like, what are they? They're going to be new. What can they add to the story?
And I hate that they keep remaking the movie. Like, tell the exact same story as a continuation. You don't have to, at least with Batman, when they keep recasting new actors, at least they just had a continuation of the storyline.
Yeah.
When you went on to who was that? Fuck.
I feel like Superman's been spinning his wheels a lot in the remakes instead of continuing the story. You're right.
Batman Returns or Batman Robin, stuff like that. At least with it's a continuation of the storyline. They just didn't go back to Batman Begins, and just start fresh again.
Here's his parents getting killed in the alleyway again, everybody. Oh, you didn't know that happened? Oh, let's do all that again.
So you might God damn it, I was every fucking time.
I should probably watch it, but I haven't watched the Batman with. Apparently, it goes back to his detective roots. What's the guy's name? Because I didn't believe him. I don't think he makes a believable Batman. The most recent one, right? What's his name? Wasn't he like in Twilight or one of those movies?
Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, I don't believe him as Batman. So I'm like, yeah. Plus, I have no interest to watch yet another Batman. But I don't know how that story fits into that. Is that a different story at all? I don't remember who even the bad guy was in that one. I think I turned it on one day and fell asleep, and then I haven't tried it again.
Hey, Steven. Man, I tried to actually watch that damn Royal Rumble on Saturday, and my wife and I, we were like scrolling through the networks, and I think we found out, what was it, Amazon Prime, I think, or Hulu or something. And no, I think it was on Paramount.
Yeah.
So that had to be what?
Really? Royal Rumble was on Paramount?
So that had to be what? Either Amazon Prime or
in the
HBO
United
Max.
States, it had to be ESPN's New Unlimited or whatever it's called.
ESPN. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's what it was. ESPN. So,
or you get, if you have Netflix and a VPN, Netflix. But if you're not in the United States, your viewing is easier. Everything's on Netflix.
But you had to pay like $20 to some dollars for that subscription. Yeah. I'm like, no, thank you. I'm not paying for any additional services.
I tried to watch it. It was terrible. I was bored. Do you see one?
And I'm like, that's, and really the only thing I care about literally is the actual Royal Rumble. Like, I don't care about all of these other matches and all that. That means nothing to, I haven't watched wrestling in 30 damn years, you know? So all I care, like, my only interest is watching the Rumble match itself. I may not even know who probably 85 to 95% of the wrestlers are who participate in the Rumble match, but it's just about watching the match. It's enjoyable. But am I gonna pay $20+ to for one event? Well, two events, because I'm gonna watch the female Rumble as well, and that right there is what piques my interest, because last 20 years or so, the male Rumbles have sucked like crazy, but the female Rumbles have been like absolutely amazing. Yeah, so
I did end up watching them later, and I thought the whole event was kind of boring.
Which one?
The Royal Rumble, the whole thing.
The entire one?
Yeah, and I'm sick of Gunther. I don't know why people love him so much. I think the guy sucks. But everybody's fallen in love with Gunther. He has no moves. His body's kind of underwhelming. He's not a big, tough guy. He does chops. That seems like the lazy way to wrestle because they make loud noises. And then his finishing move's a sleeper hold. You remember as a kid, when you put the sleeper hold on, if you couldn't get out of it, you were done in, like 5-10 seconds? They treated it kind of like a choke hold, right? He'll put a sleeper hold on for like 10 minutes. It's ridiculous. And who taps out to a sleeper hold? No, you go to sleep or you fight out of it. We've had 2 or 3 taps from a sleeper hold. I'm like, what is this booking? It's like they don't even care anymore. I'm not even talking like, premium storytelling here. It's just dumb stuff. Like, why is it sleeper hold? He'll do it for 5 minutes, and then maybe the guy will break, and then they put it on again for another 5 minutes, and you're like, so AJ Styles. Luckily, AJ Styles went to sleep. He didn't tap out. He lost to Gunther. But everybody knew that was going to happen, right? They're not going to let Gunther lose. I don't know why everybody likes him. He sucks. But everybody seems to like him. They still liked him when he was with Walter in Europe and then NXT. And I'm like, yeah, I don't get it. Even then he had a worse body, at least, I guess. Yeah, they probably will. Yeah, the Ultimate Rumbles are better. The newer ones are definitely, you can definitely tell. The person has to come in, and they got the momentum, so they got to get all their moves in. And, oh, look, this is what she's known for, and he's known for. Let's watch him do this and that and blah. Well, everyone sells for hours and hours laying on the floor because, you got 8 or 10 wrestlers in there. That's too many. So most of them have to kind of just lay there. Oh, my God. I took that one move 10 minutes ago, and I'm just dead. So I got to lay here now. It's the problem with the event. What can you do? I can't even remember what the other matches were. I think, who was it? They kind of swerve you a bit because he faces, who's the champion? Drew McIntyre is one of the belts. He's actually from, I think, like Syria through Canada. So he speaks like multiple languages. The one event they had a couple years ago, he came out. Huh?
That's pretty cool. Oh, what I like about the female Liv Morgan. So I don't think any of the females, I don't think there's any repeat winners. So I like the fact that is you get a new winner every single year. So that's been pretty amazing.
Has Liv Morgan ever won the Royal Rumble before?
No, she's the first.
Oh, okay. So yeah, because she won. I just thought it was odd because I didn't think she needed to push. They repeated the men's winner though. They gave it to Roman Reigns for whatever reason.
Well, he's second time winner, so I mean, it's not like it's his fourth victory or anything like that. But
Yeah, yeah.
um,
Or
I
second in
mean,
a row. Those are always kind of like they gave it to Cody 2 years in a row. Like they
yeah,
can't
like
do it to him
I saw
again.
that there today. I noticed that he won it. Like, what was it, 23, 24? Was it? No,
Sounds about.
yeah, 23,
Yeah, I think
24.
so. I think so. I don't know why. It was just kind of boring. I don't know what it was. Maybe I wasn't in the mood to watch it.
Yeah. So what do you think about these Warrior LJNs? You really think that those black cards are gonna be selling on eBay for over $100? Because like I've been talking about this for months, and I've been saying that the Grand Toys Ultimate Warrior LJN, the one that I think is valued wise, depending on condition. Talk about original Grand Toys now. Depending on condition, could be worth anywhere between $3,000 to $12,000.
Hmm.
And with Mattel coming
Could be.
out, that black card is gonna. I figured it would depreciate in value. Everyone's coming out. No, 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 no. Don't worry. Everyone's gonna want the original. If you got a $8,000 Ultimate Warrior card figure, it's gonna stay $8,000. If you got something that's worth 6,000, 3,000, whatever, it's gonna stay that value. I don't think so. I think Mattel is gonna hurt that value immensely. But
Think so?
yeah, I think so. And with
Not.
these.
It's not quite the same, is it? I mean, it's not the original LJN, even if they made it to look the
Sure,
same.
but I still think it's like who's gonna want to pay $6,000 for an Ultimate Warrior on
Yeah,
Black for an original? I mean,
a
it's
lot of people who
basically
never who never found the excuse to spend that much money on it are now going to settle for $100. They might spend $100 on a newer one. Then to Steven's point,
So I'm wondering, like that new
it might happen.
two-pack of the Heart Foundation that I bought, a few months back, Holy Grail pickup. Somebody reached out to me on on Instagram the other day, and they were interested in buying that. I'm like, I mean, I have no interest in selling it, but I don't know. Like now, I might reach back out to him and be like, hey, you know what? If you could even just cover what I paid into it, I might be willing to sell it again because at this point, I need all the money I could get, especially if I could get a little bit more than what I paid into it. And maybe that money can pay for the next mold, the cost of the next mold. And I'd rather have that, for the factory, right? Because I mean, that's going to be a huge savings for me. Well, it's not savings, but it's going to be money I already paid in. I already paid, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I'm not paying more money for it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Use
do
your
I need
collection to feed your collection hobby.
so? I mean, does that Heart Foundation 2-pack does it do anything for my collection other than just give me props? Say, hey, I have it for part of my collection. Other than for when I do my videos and do my reviews. Hey, viewers, hey fans, this is what a 2-pack looks like. And give a story about it.
You have them
Hey,
loose, I take it. You already have
but
them loose or on card somewhere.
oh yeah, I mean, I still have the individual cards. I mean, I have them obviously loose and everything. So 2-pack is just to
Okay.
say you have a Holy Grail item.
Yeah. Question being, could you ever get it again if you really, really had to or wanted to?
Possibly, but I mean, it very with a lot of difficulty, and you probably cost you a fortune again.
But then that's why you're hoping to sell it. It'll raise a fortune for you.
Man, offered you to buy your whole collection. Would you sell it if the price was right? Would I sell the whole collection? That's the tough part. Because there are so many things in my collection that I feel like I could never find ever again.
Yeah.
And if I ever could find them, what would be the asking price to reacquire them?
How would you properly get a value to your whole collection? If you really, really wanted everything you had, what value could
That's
you
the
even?
thing, like there's a local toy store. Like I asked, the guys there, like, hey, could you come to my house, look around the room, and like they're like a 2-minute drive from my house, 5-minute drive, less than that. Can you come to my house, take a look at my room, and give me a quote? Oh no, you have to bring your stuff into the like motherfucker. I'm not bringing my stuff into the store. Bring your happy ass to the room and fucking take a look at my stuff. God damn it. With the amount of shit that I have, like you want to give an actual a quote. I want something real. God damn it! But
Legend.
no, they won't do that. They want me to bring my stuff into their store. I'm like, forget that.
Well, sure, I want
But
to win the lottery. We all want
like
a lot of things,
like
but
one time I
make it
tried
happen.
bringing in like 10 carded grapplers and gimmicks figures. Some single cards, some 2-pack cards, and I'm like, hey, here's grapplers and gimmicks, mint on card. For a toy store that sells a lot of wrestling figures, you would think that they know who the hell this
Oh,
company is. They didn't know shit about them. They didn't
oh,
know anything about those figures or anything. And I
it
asked them,
was.
hey, how much would you give me for these? They didn't have a price tag for me. Like I was being reasonable, with my
Mhm.
prices. And I mean, I'm not trying to give this stuff away. Like, let's say I paid hypothetically, let's say I paid $100, and let's say I'm trying to sell it for 75. They
Okay,
want to offer me like $20.
right.
I'm like, I mean, some maybe even less than that. I'm like, let's be serious now. If you came at me at like $50, which I wouldn't do, but let's say if this was $100 item and you offered me 50 and you sold it for 100, I mean, you're still turning a massive amount of profit. But at 20 freaking dollars, what the hell do you think I'm gonna do with $20?
Hmm.
You sell it for $100, you're at $50, you're getting profit, and I want you to get profit. I just want you to get all the profit.
Because probably in other people in your position take the $20. They try to figure out how motivated you are, because of course they can always take more money, or maybe they're pessimists, or maybe they have too many wrestling figures, so they're like, well, we're going to offer you less right now because we don't need any more. But also it sounds like they just don't know wrestling figures, so probably having them at your house to value your collection wouldn't have helped anyway,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Hey, Steven. Yeah, man. That Andre the Giant from Raider Nation, and I got a couple of Andres from Raider Nation.
Oh.
Kenny Lester, who is the artist. So Justin, he runs the Raider Nation on eBay, and he reaches out to me from time to time whenever he's got some new LGN customs. And that I was deeply surprised at how well that Andre did, because I don't think he went that far in my last tournament, and seeing him make it to the finals this time was incredible. I really hope I come back, let's say 3 months from now, and I look at the results, the views on that tournament, and those views are in the hundreds. Because I think that's the only way that's going to motivate me to come back at the end of the year and do year 5 of the LGN tournament. Because if I look back, a few months from now and I'm looking at these videos and it's hovering between 75 to 100 views on these videos, I'm gonna look at it and be like, look, there's absolutely no interest in these tournaments. There's absolutely no inspiration for me to come back whatsoever to make these videos again because nobody cares about it. And I want to make videos that people want to watch. And it's time consuming because each video takes around 45 minutes to make, right?
Yep.
And at 20, and I cut it down significantly. Last tournament, 320 figures. That was what, 87 videos, I think. So dropping it from like 87 videos to 32 videos. I mean, this should have been an easy watch for most people. And 32 videos times 45 minutes plus per video. I can't do it again. Not if people don't want to watch it. So, but I mean, I do want to keep making the videos, the tournaments, and get other figures a chance to win. Uh, so that's part of you know future content of the channel. And when I was talking about like uh I might consider I've floated the idea of abandoning this channel. Not completely, like the channel will still be up. People will still be able to go back and watch previous videos and stuff like that. But people they have an idea of what Waddy's channel is, and most of it is wrestling related or it's collection related, right? So all of a sudden, if I just start releasing nothing but, let's say, sports related content or baseball related content, I can't bring in new viewers because they're going to look through my content history and they're like, what the hell is all this mishmash of junk, right? It's not going to make sense.
Yeah.
So if I open up a brand new channel where it's all baseball, okay, bam, he's known for baseball content. That's his niche. If I open up a new channel and maybe his content is movies or his content is all Karen videos, or his content is reaction videos or commentary videos, right? But the thing is, I really don't want to make commentary reaction videos where I'm talking about other people. I don't want to do that because I don't want to be talk. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be talking about and humiliating other people. You know, I get it. If there's something in that's in the public eye that needs to be talked about, it's good conversation pieces. It's probably going to get a lot of interest, a lot of views, a lot of comments, but a lot of interaction. But is that something that's really going to pique my interest? That's going to that's something I want to make. So I gotta separate what interests me compared to what the viewers want to watch. The viewers may want to watch it, but do I want to make that type of video?
Mm-hmm. No, I mean that's a good idea. Why you would split the channel like that? Because you don't want your current channel. You could start a new 2 or 3 topics, but people are going to assume it's wrestling figure related.
Yeah, so
maybe you don't let this channel go away, but you start splitting your content. If you still do wrestling stuff, you do it here.
Yeah,
but you do baseball or sports or whatever on your other channel.
But the problem is, I really don't want to manage 2 channels. That's gonna be really difficult. The
Can you create
second
them under the
channel,
same Google account at least, so you don't have to create another login or nothing?
I don't think so. I think you gotta have to. At least I don't think. I don't think so. I think you have to have two separate logins and all that.
That would be more annoying.
So, and because I've spent 4 years building this channel, I really want to have this built up. This is obviously the main thing, right? This is where everybody knows me. So,
Mm-hmm. Like Steven said, when he thinks Matt Watson, his mind automatically goes to wrestling figures from your channel.
Yeah.
No,
like
nothing wrong with that.
I tried showing off my all of my awards, like all of my military coins that I earned during my military service.
Mm-hmm.
For military coins for like reenlistment, or that I got during like either for reenlistment, or I got for going to the Soldier of the Month Award, or I got for like Army Achievement Medals or Army Commendation Medals. Army, what do you call it? What other stuff did I get? There were other stuff that I got medals for, got my coins for. Dang, community service, stuff like that. I got coins from like the brigade commanders, battalion commanders, or sergeant majors, or whoever. So I made a video for that, and that it was different from my normal content.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to make videos like that, something different than what I normally put out. But when you look at the views, what does it show you? People don't care about that. Why? Because it's not the normal content that I put out. And just like Steven said, I'm known as a certain for making certain videos, wrestling, slash collections type of videos, right? That's why I'm thinking the only way to kind of have a saving grace, I might have to make a second channel in order to make the type of videos that's going to get me more recognized, or allow me to make videos that are different than what I'm more recognized for right now.
Mm-hmm.
But do I want to share this beautiful mug on a second channel, or do I want to have what other people do and just kind of have like some avatar in the background and just do vocal and just talk in the background?
I know that. I thought maybe you dye your hair differently for each channel. So channel A, channel B, channel A.
I mean, I always said, be on screen. That way, people know you. They have a familiarity with you as a person, and you have that personal, that interpersonal connection with that. That's why I with a lot of the YouTube commentary channels, I didn't like when they're just a voice with an avatar. You don't have that connection with that creator,
and they're more likely to be AI pop.
Yeah, so that's why with those particular content creators, I may enjoy their content a lot. Like, who's a good one that I watch? I think it's called Off the Wall or The Wall or something like that. He's a good one. Or one of them is called like The Fiend or something like that. I mean, they're good content creators, but like they're just avatars. Like you don't have that visualization. You don't have a person to actually build a rapport with or something. So um, I could look at Bone Breaking Action, and at least I could say, hey, here's a live person. You can kind of build a. You can see a brand here. You can see an actual live person.
He's almost a live avatar. Kind of
What
in
that is,
some
yeah.
parts. Could be the
But,
world's only live avatar.
yeah, he is a live avatar. That's funny though.
So Steven mentioned, I wish you could watch past events with your regulars. I don't think there's anything that would stop you from doing watch-alongs of your own content. You wouldn't break any rules.
What do you say?
There's a few up. Steven's got a few posts. I like the videos where he shut off your garage even, and two up from that because I talked in the middle. But
well, shoot, man. Like I. One of the
as far as I
ideas
know, because you say like watch along a Royal Rumble or something, you could get taken down, but watch along your own video.
Yeah. Well, one of the things I was talking about was pulling past live stream clips, because what happens when I'm making a 1 hour live stream, 2 hour live stream, 3 hour live stream? There's certain segments of the live stream that are like very important. Like when I talk about buying my first car, when I talk about proposing to my wife, that's a big one. Nobody's going to know about that conversation about me, proposing to my wife. Like that is how people know me, right? I want to clip that story time, and I want to put that into like its own individual video and put that onto my YouTube videos and let people watch that, because they may not watch that in my YouTube live, but they may watch a 10-minute video on an actual YouTube video, watching that, right?
That's particular 10 minutes could have got buried in a 3-hour live stream, right?
Yeah, so there's a lot of, but problem is I got to go through like over the last year I probably made 60 live shows or something. So I mean how many 60, let's say, times 3 hours? I mean I'm not going back and watching 180 to 200 hours worth of live shows to pick each hour of certain segments that I want to watch, right? But
I don't know if Google has any searching that can help with that. I know searching is getting better, media searching, but I don't know if we can search for videos within video.
I mean,
It'll probably take a lot of effort.
So what I got to start doing is writing down, looking at the clock and kind of like writing down certain segments that I want to capture, and later on, kind of like finding a way to,
as it's happening, certainly, right? Going forward, at least you can start doing that.
Like, yeah, this is a good topic of discussion.
Yeah,
That
just
can
be homework.
Yeah.
Once the stream's over, you'd be like, okay, let me make sure to go back tomorrow and cut these two things, make videos out of them. That'd be a good idea.
All right, so we talked about future content, the live show clips. We talked about abandoning the channel. We talked about Roman Reigns and Liv Morgan. Oh, we talked about Rougeau Brothers Collect Major Series 18 pre-order, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
you don't think you'll get it? You think you will? I think you have a month, but
yeah, I mean, I most likely will. I'm probably gonna buy one set though. I don't think I'm gonna buy two sets, but that's $100. And right now, I'm trying to tell my wife, stay off of DoorDash and stay off of Amazon, because my damn credit card going into February, I was like, oh my freaking God. Outrageous. Yeah, before the month even turned, like we're already broke this month. So like as far as toys, like we can't do it.
Gotta play with what you got, huh?
Yeah. But I'm gonna kind of go back to the bloopers and the live stream, because there's also a little bit more I want to say on that. But
blooper idea.
But what was I going to talk about before we get to the blooper idea? I want to talk about this segment. It's baseball related, but so I was looking at some of the most influential baseball players at their respective positions, right? And Xander Bogaerts, second baseman, he, among second basemen, he's the highest paid player at $25.4 million per year.
Poor guy. He could afford the Rougeau brothers this month, couldn't he? I assume. Maybe not. Who knows, right? You can spend it all. Maybe.
And so I'm thinking, like, so when I watch Locked On Cubs and I watch Matt and Sam, and they're talking about an extension for Nico Horner. And they're talking about, like, what do you think a contract extension with Nico would cost? And Matt, he's like, oh, I think it's gonna be somewhere in the neighborhood of 3 years, $60 million. I'm like, dude, are you freaking out of your damn mind? You got like $20 million a year for Nico Horner. I love Nico Horner, right? I want him to be a lifelong Cub. But then I'm looking at Nico Horner's numbers, and I'm looking at what all of these psychotic GMs and are giving all these players $60 million to Kyle Tucker. If Kyle Tucker is worth $60 million, there is no way in hell Nico Horner is not worth at least $20 million. I mean, a 300 hitter, a Gold Glover, a guy that's practically impossible to strike out. He's not. I mean, he's not a power hitter, so I don't look at him as a $20 million a year guy. He's not going to put up 25 plus home runs a year. He's probably 10 home runs at best.
Yep.
But he is a run producer. What was he, like the best runner in scoring position hitter last season for the Cubs?
Mm-hmm.
So if he's going to put runs, driving runs when they're in scoring position, if he's going to bat 290, 300, if he's going to, he's going to hit the occasional home run, he's going to hit the blooper, be standing on second base. If he's going to steal bases, why not? If it's 15 to 25 million is the going rate for his talent, I would love to see Nico Horner sign that $3 to $5 million 3 to 5 year deal for $100 million, if that's what it takes.
Yeah, unfortunately, because you said Xander makes 25, which isn't much more. How does Xander stand compared to Nico? Do you have him?
I don't have his numbers, but
I thought maybe that's where you're going.
But isn't Xander Bogaerts like a 2,500 guy? Isn't he 25 to 30 home runs, 100 RBI guy?
Could still be, but I think modern baseball still is in love with the home run too much. It doesn't really matter how the run scores as long as it scores, and that's why I hate. So a lot of people do love Schwarber still, but his average is poor. He doesn't play good defense. He hit a lot of home runs, and then he'll strike out more than at teams. And I'm like, unless he's driving in runs, I don't really care that he can hit 50 home runs. 50 home runs and 60 RBIs is not worth that much in my book, Now, admittedly, he's driven in more than that because you're going to accidentally hit people on when he hits a home run. But so that's where Nico gets penalized for only not hitting his big home run. Sure, it's harder to score, but if he gets a single or a double, and if he leads the team in runners in scoring position batting average, that'd be a big loss, right? If they let him go, because the Cubs notoriously have a problem with runners in scoring position. A lot of teams do, a lot of players do, especially when this pressure is on. I mean, that's one of the hardest times to hit. It's already hard to hit. Now hit like late innings, 2 outs, scoring position, down by 1, whatever. You can envision these scenarios. I'm not saying he's perfect in all of them, but you've seen how many. For instance, Tucker, famously in the playoffs, didn't perform. He had many of those opportunities, and didn't he take one strike 3 against Milwaukee or went down swinging? I think there was one where he didn't even try. You're like the expensive guy working for a new contract, and you didn't even swing the bat. And it's a playoff game, dude. Yeah, so not a lot of home runs, but he drives in runs. It's worth it. He plays great defense. He can steal. He can score runs, too. That was a big thing that, I know Ryan Sandberg was big on. Chris Bryant, sometimes running the bases to get an extra run doesn't get properly counted for. I mean, runs scored is kind of a weird thing because a lot of times that's depending on people hitting you in. But a lot of times it's also you're running the bases well, or you've got enough speed to score from second reliably on a single. That's not it's you take that for granted, and some players can't score from second on a like Schwarber. He's going to need a little extra help to score from second on a single, right? Chris Bryant could score from first on a single. We saw in the playoffs in the World Series. I'm pretty sure Rizzo, I think he got a long single out of it, and Bryant scored from first in Cleveland. I mean, how do you put a price tag on that? if Bryant could have stayed healthy, that would have been great. But I know everybody likes the home run. Chicks dig the long ball, as they used to say, right? But I still do feel like they overvalue some of it. You know what I mean? When do they get the home runs? That's a lot more important. You know, the person hits 20 more strategic home runs is much better than the 40 home run that hits them. Like hit 20 in June, 20 in July, 0 for August, right? You know, you're like, well, that's not helpful. Cubs have a lot of that, and I know Tucker's very streaky.
Well, but look at it this way: Schwarber strikes out 200 times in 750 at bats,
That seems low.
But bats 240 with 50 home runs and 125 RBIs. To me, that is a very productive season.
Did he do that last year? Because not every year did he bat as many runs in as you'd expect from home run.
I mean, he's always about a 100 RBI guy. I mean, especially since leaving the Cubs.
I think that's the problem. Is it's hard to say no to a 50 home run hitter nowadays. They don't grow on trees.
I mean, with the Cubs, I think he topped out with 38 home runs. I don't think he was ever a 100 RBI guy. I think he was like 90 something with the Cubs.
But they didn't start all the time, and they would move around the lineup. But before they let him go, he did struggle mightily. Like he wouldn't hit the ball at all. Right, like his average, if he would have been happy batting 2 Cubs. Right, it was.
Yeah, like his 2020 season, I think he hit like 198 or something.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was a shortened season, and the Cubs just. I mean, even Jed Hoyer himself said he gave up on Callaway too early. And he was just afraid of going to what do they call it? Taking him to what do they call it?
Arbitration.
Thank you. I forgot the darn word. He was afraid of taking him to arbitration and having to pay him an abundance more in fees that way. I'm like, that's stupid. Pay the man what he's worth.
Get another Hayward something. Is that what he was worried about?
So yeah, so like what? Instead of paying him $5 million, maybe you would have had to pay him $11 million. Okay. I mean, for one more year.
Back then,
you know, you would have been making more money than that in freaking jerseys alone.
Well, that's a big thing too. He was always popular.
So,
with some of the most impressive home runs he hit were in the playoffs. Speaking of Tucker, right? Remember famously against the Cardinals, sitting on top of the Bud Light out in right field. They didn't even put the ball there and put a little case on it, put it back up where it hit.
You know what's really funny about that? And what happened in 2021? The sell-off.
Yeah.
All that you got for Rizzo and Baez and for Bryant, you could have. I mean, how much could they have gotten back for Schwarber as well?
At least they could have traded someone. Yeah, because I think the biggest thing is they just let him go to free agency, right? Yeah, so they got nothing for him.
I mean, what a freaking waste! They DFA'd him. Mm-hmm. What a freaking waste!
Yeah.
All right, Xander Bogaerts, you are gone from discussion.
Such a fun name, though. Xander Bogaerts. Was he on now? Is he a Padre or Red Sox? I don't even remember.
He was on the Red Sox. He's part of the Padres now. Free agents a couple years back, few years back.
Yeah, I couldn't remember.
So Waddy's
coast to coast.
Waddy's bloopers. I call myself we added.
They added to the bloopers. Bloopers about bloopers. The bloopers about bloopers.
What part of Maryland is that guy from in your Hasbro live streams? He probably. Oh, I talk about
Kirk.
Kirk. He says he lives in Baltimore, but he's not in Baltimore. He's in
like a suburb.
Yeah, he's in Nottingham. I mean, is that Baltimore?
I don't know Maryland real well.
Yeah, he's in Nottingham.
Sounds like a Sir John or Robin Hood kind of thing.
Do you still have your basketball hoop? The one behind my house? I mean, the one that's part of the house, yeah.
Oh, you need that for your pool, too. That was always fun, shooting hoops in the pool. Or they have floating hoops, don't they?
Yeah.
You need to get one of those.
If you could own one game ball from any major league game, what would it be?
Last out of the Game 7 2016.
What, the last one caught by Rizzo?
Rizzo put in his pocket, because then you never get it, but that didn't seem to be a determination on this, right?
That one, or for whatever reason, Dexter Fowler's leadoff home run.
From that game? Same game?
Yeah, I think he was like the first one to ever lead off a game with a home run.
Yeah.
Lead off
or at least game 7, I think. At least game 7, I think. That was a big deal. That's when I started to think, I'm like, wow, they could actually win. They actually start hot. Or maybe later on when the old catcher managed him for a while. This is his last game. He had his last at bat.
David
That was
Ross.
his last at bat. Wasn't that his last at bat ever?
I think so. David
It was
Ross.
a home run, so that'd be another ball to have. Now I think about it. Huh. Imagine that first batter of the game 7 hits a home run. His last professional at bat was a home run because I think he ends up getting taken out.
I think that I think the 2016 team might be my favorite team ever. I mean, Dexter Fowler in center field, Rizzo at first, Bryant at third, Baez at second. Actually, no, I would say yes, Baez at second, Russell at short, Contreras at catcher. I mean, I would say Schwarber was our DH. Zobrist was in left field. I don't really count, but I don't really count Hayward in right field because I mean, yeah, we will. I mean, he was a Gold Glove right fielder. I mean, his bat sucked, but
oh boy, did it! Oh my lord! At some point, I'm like, why he needs to bat 9th? Get him away from the team. I don't care. I think they're being nice. He didn't give that big a speech with the rain delay. Come on. What he was making was criminally overpaid.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that's scary. And people kept saying, "Oh, what do you care?" Well, the Cubs are only going to spend so much, and he's taking up a chunk of it. They're not the Yankees or Dodgers. So I don't. What do you mean? What do I care? That he's taking money that stopped him from other paychecks. I'm guaranteeing that they shut the run down early. They couldn't afford people because of him. And I mean, at a minimum, it's going to raise your ticket prices, and you pay for what? He plays good defense. Yeah, but what's he getting paid? Like $20 million a year at the time is a lot of money. With Scotch bottle and Cubs hat accessories. Yeah, there you go. That's a good idea. They're talking about making a custom fly out of the Bundy LJN.
I am still freaking pissed off that freaking Mattel decided to go live at like 2 a.m. 3 a.m.
Was it you or somebody suggested that? I think what happened is they released it at midnight Pacific. The first I saw was somebody on Facebook after 2 a.m. Central, and like I said, I'd happened to sleeping through the night, 2 hours off. I happened to wake up and I'm like, okay, I'm not getting that very good sleep. Let me hit the restroom, get some water. And I don't even know why I checked Facebook. Somebody posted, hey, they're on the Target website. You're kidding me. And I go out there and sure enough, all 4 of them were out there. Like, really? Why the fuck would they be out there? Well, I said that after I put in my order, but I'm like, why would they be available now? But I was happy because then I slept in. I adjusted my alarm because I was going to wake up at 8, which wouldn't have been early enough anyways. Right? It sold out, I think, before 8 o'clock Central. So it wouldn't have mattered if I would have woken up. I think I had to wake up at 6 Central, which I never do on a Friday. So I'm kind of glad that I got lucky because I could sleep in for a change on Friday. Knowing I got my – and it was nice because Series 1 I kept behind. I was way behind on Series 1. Series 2, at least, I don't have to worry about. Now, I imagine they're going to release it because didn't Series 1 they release a few times?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to come out a few times, I would imagine. So.
But they do a terrible job announcing those, though. So you have to create a list, or use the list I shared. But create a list and just check it periodically. Because all I have to do is refresh that one page, and it'll let you know at a moment's notice available.
But man, like, I looked at my phone like 8 something in the morning, and I saw that message from you. Like, oh shoot, I totally spaced and forgot about those son of a bitches. And I jumped on the damn website. All sold out. My mother effer. I was so damn pissed.
What time was your time? About 8:17?
Something 8 something in the morning, and I looked at it. I'm like, son of a.
I think you would have had to have gotten it at like. Did I send it to you originally at like 2 in the morning when I was up? I think I did, just to get it on your radar. I know what time you'd wake up.
Yeah, I don't know what time it was sent. I forget, but
I think I did.
When I looked at the message, I saw that. I'm like, son of a bitch.
I think they're probably already sold out unless you would have looked an hour or two earlier.
Yeah.
I mean, if they released at midnight, there's enough idiots like us checking it that they didn't take long to sell out. They limited you to 2 per, but there's nothing stopping you from creating multiple orders, so you could still scalp them if you want.
Yeah.
Just 2 at a time.
They are Macho. I guess they are not under a Legends contract at this time. I mean, at this point, I don't want to see both. I don't want to see Macho or Andre at Mattel. I don't want to see those two anywhere near Mattel at this point. God damn it. Those mother efforts are like overkill. I mean, I love
Yeah,
Latumi and Big Rubber Guys, but they have solidified those two characters to death at this point.
yeah.
We're Macho and Andre out at this point.
I mean, for $25, I wouldn't mind like an original Macho. How many OJ Machos were there? Just the one?
For which one? Eljan? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you count the repaints, because he had both
Okay.
he had a purple. He had a dark purple. He had like the light purple / pinkish, and then he had one with pink but without stars on it. So you had
Okay.
different variants.
So that'd be three. And then Andre, there were two.
Well, he had three.
He had three as well. Yeah. So I don't know.
So really, you only had one Macho Man, but again, different variations.
I did get the Arn Anderson this morning. I think it only sold out after an hour. But I checked as soon as they finally said it would be released at, I think, 9 a.m. Eastern. No, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. And I got it first thing. I think they sold out an hour later or something like that. Oh, yeah, I think there is going to be an Ever Series, Andre, isn't there? Doesn't AJ have that up for? I'm almost getting sick of the Ever Series. They take up so much room. Holy cow.
Pantene shampoo.
Yeah.
That's
good.
The new show, Who is Polamalu? Yeah, am I pronouncing that correctly?
Troy Polamalu. He used to be he's a Hall of Famer, prime Pro Bowl safety from the Pittsburgh Steelers, but he had big hair. He did a bunch of Head and Shoulders commercials based upon that hair. I think, in fact, famously, he intercepted the ball once, and he was tackled by the hair, and I think the guy got a penalty for it. I remember in a game, and then I think later on they had to come out and say, because a lot of players would have their coming out their helmet and down the back, they ended up saying, "Sorry, if you're gonna have long hair, it's gonna be part of the jersey." So I think you can now tackle hair. You're gonna wear long hair. I mean, because it's almost like in tackle football, if you try to cover up or in flag, you try to cover up your flag, that's a no-no. Kind of like that. You're covering up parts where I can attack it. It is what it is. But yeah, you have to look him up. He's got pretty big, bountiful.
Facebook. We're already getting freaking haters on Maniac Riot Wrestling, and I'm like, dude. And there's this freaking Joker, right? And this is what pisses me off. This Joker that's like hating on us, and he's another guy that's he says he makes LJN figures, but
I look at it on your channel about that, right?
I look at his figures; they look like Loop style figures, but maybe it's just the pictures. They look small, but he says they're LJN, so I'm going to say LJN size 8 inches. And his figures, they're nothing to write home about. All right, they are very mediocre.
They were
shabby, crappy. I mean, they're crap. I mean, they're not good.
Were they based on real wrestlers or something? I couldn't quite tell because the faces were.
I mean, they're just 3 pictures. I mean, he had other customs that he created, but like I said, they weren't anything special. But he's like, he has his whole Facebook page, like so damn proud of his customs. I'm like, dude, like you're over here, like, and like anytime I post pictures, like Mark Hackenberg, he customized 2 Vince McMahon LGNs for me, and they were fantastic. I went on my my Facebook, and I took pictures. Thank you. Shout out to Mark for customizing these 2 LJNs for me. And I in the comments or in the little posting, I'm like, Mark Hackenberg, one of the best LJN customizers on the planet. One of my absolute favorite customizers. This son of a bitch gets in there into my comments or leaving this big ass laughing emoji, laughing his ass off. I'm like, okay, so I'm giving a shout out to a customizer who I respect because he's one of my favorite customizers. He does amazing work. What the hell? Who the hell are you to come on my post laughing your ass off because I call him, one of the best customizers? And then you go on your freaking page and like you're producing this shit work. Like what the hell? But I'm not even talking about that. But whenever I share Maniac Riot Wrestling, like, I give updates, what's going on from the factory. Like, hey, we got these new mold cavities came in, or hey, here's the new rubber figure waiting on, the official rubber figure be sent to me in the mail, so that I could give final approval, so that we could begin mass production, etc.
Mm-hmm.
And he leaves all these damn comments about, what is this shit show? Is this some official company, or is this some backwoods friends making friends figures type of shit, or whatever crap that he said. But he's always talking coming onto my feeds and always talking shit. And who the hell is this guy? And like, why the hell is he feel the need to damn harass other creators? I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, this business, you got Mattel out there, you have Latuni, you have Big Rubber Guys, you have all of these businesses out there. There is enough room for all of us fans, all of us buyers, all of us collectors. It's okay. We can all collect from all of these businesses. Like, if Mattel wants to make an Andre the Giant, they can make it. If Latuni wants to make Andre, they can make it. If Big Rubber Guys wants to make Andre, guess what? They can make Andre too. Because guess what? If all of these companies are making Andre, as collectors and fans, we can buy Andre from every single one of these businesses. If Grapplers and Gimmicks and Zombie Sailors and all these other retro companies want to make Andre the Giant too, guess what? We can buy Andre from all these companies. But why? Because we're fans and we're collectors and we want to support these companies, or we like the product, we like the character. It's okay. We can buy those figures as well. We don't have to support just one specific company. We can support all these companies. But going out of your way to shit on other companies, especially shitting on someone before they even had the opportunity to even begin, especially when it's a small company, a company that hasn't even begun. Like, we're not talking about Mattel, Hasbro, Bandai, some large company. We're talking about your sort of mom and pop type of company, because, like I said, I haven't even started yet. Like, I'm
Mm-hmm.
just getting my feet started. What is it called? Like, getting my feet wet, or whatever. You're tipping my toe into the water, so to speak. So, and you're coming into my post, shitting on my product, shitting on our product, because
Yep.
this is the product for all of us. This is our product. This is your product. This is Bone Breaking Actions product. This is Bum Shadows product. This is all the Waddy Channels family product. And you're turning, you're having other people that are going to see this post, and they're going to read your comments, and they might be turned off from buying from us. And I'm pretty sure a guy like him, who is in this LJ and custom community, I'm pretty sure he holds a lot of weight, and his views and his opinions probably matter. So yeah, that shit pisses me off seeing that crap. So when I look onto his page and I see his really shitty freaking customs, and I see that he's selling his own LJN line with really shitty figures, with really shitty card backs, and not even real plastic bubbles, little fake plastic bubbles like you would got from Sin. Again, really shitty crap. I'm like, who the hell are you to complain about us when we're doing things the right way, the legitimate way? We're going through a legitimate factory. It looks like you cut some damn pieces off other figures and made this in your damn garage, dude. Who the hell are you to complain about us? So yeah, that made me like I was livid about that crap. I really wanted to go into the comments and really tear him a new asshole, but I've had these other guys, on YouTube, really. I didn't want to have any more damn drama going on with my life with what's been going on the last few weeks, so I decided not to engage. But that right there really tore my ass up, and yeah, I kind of wanted to talk to the group about it, let you guys know what's going on, and kind of let you know where my head's at with that
You,
situation.
you posted on your channel about him, right?
Yeah,
I think I
kind
saw that. Was it like a James Duck or some weird name like that?
yeah. James kisses dick.
Yeah,
As
yeah. Bum made the joke. KJ for kisses.
I thought that shit was hilarious.
But then he'd be actually doing a good service if that's what he did. But
I'm like, James gets his I'm like, dude, that's I laughed my ass off at that.
that was pretty good and quick by Bum. I think it was Bum, wasn't it, that put that on there?
Yeah. You know, he comes up with all the damn good stuff. Him and BBI comes up with the brilliant comments. I'm like, shoot.
I don't get what he gets out of, I guess, just putting down people. Trying to be where he's at. Like, he's at least made some figures, I guess. Like you said, they're kind of trash, but is he maybe doesn't want the competition? But it's not like you're direct competition because your figures are totally different.
Yeah.
Like, how many different LJN customs can y'all can make? Because there's totally different figures. Yeah, different styles, different packaging, different.
Because he doesn't know who Bone Breaking Action is, because he doesn't know who Maniac, or because he doesn't know who Damian Wright is.
It didn't even misspell Maniac.
Yeah, he spelled with a K. I'm like, dude, what the hell?
Get that idea
like,
that there's a K in there.
I had to go back to my listing. I'm like, or to my post. I'm like, did I misspell it?
Did you misspell it?
Like, no, I didn't. And I'm like, this guy is continuously misspelling it. Okay, it was a typo. But no, repeatedly, he misspelled it repeatedly. So I'm like, no, motherfucker, this ain't a damn typo. You just don't know how to damn spell the damn word.
I mean, I would guess a C first until corrected. Why would you guess K?
Right.
If I didn't know any better.
There's absolutely no reason to be hating on some people coming out in an action figure community to, we're just trying to do something fun. And I get it. Like, I have in my mind a vision of what I want these figures to be. I have a vision of what I want them to look like, of how I want them to be, how I want them to handle. I want the figures to be original 1980s rubber LJNs, but I've basically been told that's unrealistic. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
But nobody today is going to make, unless you're someone who lays your own foundation of rubber figures. You can't go to a factory today. You're not going to get those rubber figures anymore.
Do you know, is it too expensive for factories to support it, or is it because most people don't want that? So no factory support it or something like that?
Beats the hell out of me. But what I was told was that they don't make rubber figures, that they make PVC, that everything is made of, plastic or whatnot. That's why Big Rubber Guys and Latuni and Mattel, that's why the figures that they have separation at the arms, or they have separation at the waist. They don't make full 100% rubber with no separation. That's why you have that hollowness in the figures. And I'm like, if this Alibaba, if they make my figures, I don't want that. Like, I want original full 100 rubber figures. Like, I will pay more per unit in order to get that original aspect. But
no one will make them.
Like, I have no choice in the matter. I have to take what they give me, right? But
what if there's just no demand for that, so no factory does that anymore or something?
Right.
Because rubber's not that much more expensive, is it, to make an all rubber figure? They probably just don't have the manufacturing capacity or whatever special tooling or molds are needed for rubber, because nobody wants it anymore. Everything else, I mean, plastic is king. They make everything out of plastic.
Yeah, Lance, you're asking about the resin figs. They will definitely break because they're statues. You don't want to battle those. You don't want to bash them back and forth. The figures I'm going to be making, or through the factory, they actually will be rubber type figures. So if you have any of the tuning figures, they're going to be like that. They're going to be like the Macho Man figures. So they're going to have that flexibility. So anyone that's like, if you have kids, you want to give them to your kids for play, anything like that, you will have the ability to actually use them. So on the card packaging, it's going to actually say something like 3+, 4+, something like that. It's not going to say 18+ on them, because I want these to be for parents to give to their kids. I want these to be something where kids can look at these, or parents can give them to their kids, and they can look at them like, hey, I had LJNs when I was a kid, and I want them to look at this line and be like, hey, I want you to experience, I want you as my children to experience this line the same way that I experienced LJNs when I was a kid. So I don't want parents to look at these and be like, hey, these are only for adult collectors, for display or whatever. I want them to actually be used, and I want them to be used the right way, right? And for adults that just want to display them, or mint on card display, loose display, whatever. That's fine too. I still don't know what to do with packaging though, because based on that poll I took a couple months ago, most people want resealable packaging. Like what Big Rubber guys are doing.
Yeah.
But if we're doing a poster, I might have to do just a regular glue back card backing, just like like Latuni, like LJN, like any other card back, because that's the only way I could see a poster actually fitting in there. So I don't know if you could fit a poster into a slide out card backing.
Yeah, would the concern that it come open and then the poster fall out or something? You think, or
I'm hoping that they would have that little bottom used the same way, kind of like your.
I feel like the BRGs could stick a poster at the bottom of theirs and it'd be okay. Don't you?
I mean, I would think so. Like when you look at like the 2-packs from Mattel, with like their not elites, yeah, the elite collection, right? The Coliseum collection.
Coliseum.
You know how they have the little bottom with like the removable hands and all that?
Yeah, it's in the bottom.
Well, they could have the little box on the bottom with the poster inside, and then the figure could still sit on top of it, and you could still have the slide back. So that's how I envision the carding.
Yeah,
so
those are slide.
it should still work.
Yeah, I don't see why not. I don't think that's why Latuni necessarily glued them for the posters, right? I think he had other weight issues to worry about, especially like with the Andre, with the card stock. I think also because he chose such thick card backing.
Sure. Thank you, honey.
I even asked him about resealable, and so I don't think you might talk to AJ, but I don't think he chose non-resealable versus resealable because of the posters. I don't think that was the reason.
Yeah,
on his Latunis.
So I actually talked to AJ recently, and
nice.
He was showing me the new press for the Hall of Fame Macho Man. So, and I'm like, you know what? I might buy one of those damn presses just so that we could get do the pressing here, right? And he's like, I might do they're not that expensive. He might do one so he could have the press in his factory. And I'm like, son of a gun. I'll tell you what, if you have the ability to have these press machines in your own personal factory, let me know. If you have the ability to manufacture these figures locally, I will move my ability to produce these figures through your company, through your factory. That way, I don't have to go overseas to do all this stuff. But
he's talking about onshoring some of the figure development or production.
You know how you have like this little board, and then you got like a little hole right in the middle, and then you have like the figure in the middle, and then you put the card back on top of it, and then you got this little this, and then you kind of like the machine squashes the card back on top of the blister, and that's how you connect the bubble to the card.
Oh, so it's just that piece of the process.
Yeah, so to buy that press machine, and I'm like, but he's like, you know what? These companies, they don't want to give out their secrets on how they do their business. Thank you, baby.
They want you to manufacture factory.
Thank you.
What are we drinking? Look fancy.
Yeah, this is the Hypnotic mixed with Reds. What's it called? Kinky. Red Kinky.
Yeah.
Hypnotic mixed with Kinky. So I like how she does this because she
keeps them separated.
Yeah, I don't know how she layers it.
She's a big Offspring fan. You ever heard that song? You got to keep them separated. Yeah, I forget because they have different specific densities or something like that. But I think if you pour them quickly, you can mess it up, right? If you don't do it.
I mean, I always mess it up. I'll try.
They don't stay perfectly separated unless you pour them correctly. Yeah, there's a few different liquors that are based upon that for show and for look. So I think, in fact, it was apple cider and Guinness. You could keep separated, and weirdly, the apple cider was on the bottom. You always think of Guinness being this thick, stout beer, but it actually floats to the top. I don't know if it's the sugar inside it.
Oh, Steven was talking about this resin. I don't know if anybody's interested.
Steven
It
is
is a
not
resin.
in resin.
It is a resin figure.
Uh-oh.
I don't know when I'm gonna put it up. I have this resin Bret Hart figure on black card. It is a Sin Bodhi custom,
Oh, okay.
and I paid about $150 for it. I'm trying to think if that's what I paid all in or if I paid more for it. If I put it on eBay, I'm probably gonna list it for like $200 just so I can ensure that I get my money back for it.
All right.
Obviously, it's not what I wanted. So Sin way back when convinced me to go for a resin figure instead of a rubber figure because resin was gonna hold better onto the card than the rubber. And as it turns out, it didn't really matter because as you saw from the figures that I bought from him for Maniac Riot Wrestling, those were all rubber figures. They were all quote rubber, and I paid double for those, right? And they were hard as a rock. And it's why I don't talk about him anymore, but I don't mention his name because there's no reason giving him free publicity.
Yeah.
I paid for rubber, and he sold me resin, and he to this day he still tries to argue they are the rubber figures. I'm like, dude, stop it. Stop it. Just stop trying to cheat me, dude. Oh, they're flex resin. I'm like, stop it.
Also, he already backslid. Oh, no, they're rubber. No, no, it's a flexible resin.
They're flex resin, so apparently because they're called flex resin, that means they're flexible. I'm like, I don't care. There's no damn flex to the figure. They don't move. Okay, they're hard as a freaking rock.
Even for resin, they're not flexible.
But anyways, so I back when I was doing my Tuesday shows and I was doing the Tuesday LJN shows, and I saw this black card of Bret Hart. Right now, obviously, Bret Hart was never released on a re-release on black card for Series 6, but because I saw that resin, or excuse me, I saw that black card of Bret Hart, I'm like, you know what, this is super cool. And I wanted to show it off during the Tuesday shows when I was doing prototypes and whatnot, just for the sake of that conversation for that show. And so I special ordered that figure from him, weeks and weeks and weeks in advance. But it took him like 4 months to do that figure and get me that figure back, probably more than that. So by the time I got that figure back, I mean, that show was long over.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the front of the card didn't look anything like what I wanted. You know how Hulk Hogan has Big John Studd in like a little press got twisted. Well, he's got it backwards. He's got Big John Studd and Hogan in a armband. He's got Sin Bodhi Customs tab off to the side. I'm like, so it looks nothing like the Grand Toys card backing. The back of the card is just a white backing. Again, doesn't have the actual bio card with all the pictures. I'm like, dude, this is the most shittiest piece of crap ever. What I paid for that card, I mean, I was expecting a real card backing. I'm like, this ain't what I paid for. But I don't want it. This isn't what I paid for. This isn't what I need. So I'm hoping that there's somebody else out there who could care less about all that and just wants it for the nostalgia of it. So at some point, I'm probably going to put that on eBay and see if anybody else gives a rat's ass about it. Like I said, I am not a fan of it. So I will probably let it go for what I paid into it. I could care less about turning a profit on it. But I just wanted to mention it in case anyone remembers that figure and was interested in it.
Take a look on your eBay. It'll be for sale maybe soon.
Eventually. I haven't listed it yet, but I have to. I have to put it up because you know what I'm going to do, though? I'm going to take the big rubber guys, card backing and bubbles, and I'm going to swap out the card. That poster or the bubble he gave me is a stupid-ass blank bubble, one of those regular square ones. I'm going to take that off and put it on one of the big rubber guys, card backs and bubbles and use that because that should work really well.
Mm-hmm.
and that's going to keep the figure inside from bouncing around.
Yeah.
Because once the figure is inside, it just moves around, right?
Hmm.
Because it's just a big square
Right.
bubble.
Yeah.
But big rubber guys, they got that bubble within another bubble.
Which you kind
So
of need to keep it in place. Yeah.
exactly. So I'm thinking about using that, and I should have done that with the other figures that he sent me, but I didn't think about that until long afterwards.
Hmm. I think they'll come out with a LJN Bret Hart eventually. You would, wouldn't they?
For Mattel or for
Yeah, Mattel.
rubber guys.
Well, that'd be too. But
I thought they said if like Series 3 or 4 they're coming out for Bret Hart.
oh, really? Already for Mattel? Okay.
Well, I was hearing in Series 3 they were talking Bret. Excuse me, I was hearing Terry Funk and Bret Hart.
Hmm.
I mean, that was the names that was being thrown around, but like I wasn't sure the validity of those
Okay.
names.
That'd be cool. I'm still kind of torn because I like that they have some of the original look, which is kind of crappy by modern standards. But I also would like a modern because I've seen, John Cena and Dusty Rhodes and what they look like. That'll be like a modernized version of these guys too. But then, how many figures do you want to release?
Yeah.
It take them all to get through the original Jan. Hopefully, they just keep making them for a while. Just release them better. Not like a pre-order at 11 p.m. on a Wednesday or whatever. I guess they know it doesn't matter, but they'll sell out no matter what. But they don't have to be jerks about it.
So I don't know if this person is still in the comments. Ume Maria. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I butchered the name. I'm sorry.
That's not bad.
I'm gonna call you May because I'm probably butchered your name. I don't know if you're still in the comments, but if you are, I'd like to answer your question.
What's your biggest regret?
And I mean, I kind of have a funny story, but I only want to tell it if they're still here to receive the said funny story.
Let's see. Can't really even tell. Can you? You can see how many people are watching, but I don't know if you can. 8 are watching. I don't know if you can tell who the 8 people are. Can we? It's possible. I haven't seen anything.
I don't know if you would call it my biggest regret, but I mean it's definitely a regret. Yeah, it's definitely a regret, and it impacted my livelihood. So it sucks because it ruined a great opportunity for me. But like I said, it's only a story I want to tell if the person is still who asked the question is still in the comments.
Still no response yet. But we're on intrigued now.
But also for Steven, man, also one thing that earlier when you were talking about like, hey, you like the shows about, looking at the garage, things like that. Like I want to do more, interpersonal videos like that, right? Talk about my life, talk about, past, childhood, school, work, military life, things like that, right? But then you kind of run into what's been going on the last few weeks, running into trolls and being doxxed and having all these fake stories come up about me on YouTube and stuff like that, right? I'm not supposed to have a YouTube channel that has drama, right? Like this is just a very fun, non-dramatic channel. And all of a sudden that crap was coming up. I'm like, so now what kind of content can I put out there? Now I gotta be leery of what kind of stuff I say now, and it's messed up. I gotta think that way. So now, if I want to talk about, hey, here's a story that I want to talk about. Here's a date that my wife and I, went on when we were 17, and here's a funny story of what happened during one of those dates. Like I can't tell that story because
Yeah, you're worried about something like that.
I don't want some random person clipping the video and using it against us or something. And it's just it's just a funny story that I could tell for for my viewers and I, for a bunch of friends, and that's who I envision. This live streams are supposed to be for us friends, all kind of sitting back and enjoying having a good time, right? And then you see some of that junk happen, and it's like, what the hell?
Mm-hmm.
Like I had that live stream where I was talking about where I was by myself, right? And I was talking about buying the engagement ring for my wife, and I'm like, why I proposed to my wife on this particular day after this particular moment, right? And I'm like, there's reasons to my madness, and somebody clipped, there's reasons to my madness. They clipped that one segment, and they doxed me for that, or like, so taking that particular segment out of context, my madness.
Was it the same guy that caused all the drama, or is it different people?
I don't know. Like I thought the person that was doing that, like I thought it was somebody else that was trolling him, was trolling me, but now I have no idea what's going on. I'm so confused.
Is it all over though?
I think so. So I mean
I haven't
I'm
seen
not
anybody in the chat in a long time.
Yeah, I mean I'm not I'm not not putting anything up. I'm not talking about anybody, so
that was kind of weird.
I went back into my comments. I deleted the old comments to let people know, hey, that part was updated, and that was no longer happening or whatnot. The guy that thought I was trolling him, he now realizes I was not the guy that was harassing him, that somebody else was trolling him. So I think he now appreciates that, and all the videos he was making about me were taken down, which luckily, but
oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot to check up. But that doesn't mean that couldn't happen again, right?
Yeah, but there were other videos that sprung up about me. But is it somebody else? Was it the same person? I don't know. Was it different people that were trolling him? It was is also trolling me. That's the tough part. I have no freaking clue what's going on, and I'm wondering if, because I had people watching my channel now, is that why my viewership has gone down so much? People are afraid of being associated with my account because they don't want to be doxxed or trolled because they watch my channel. I'm like, I don't want my viewers to be attacked because they watch my channel because so and so doesn't like me or whatever.
Yeah, we're just trying to. We're not trying to, like you said, have all this drama potentially impact real life. It was kind of surprising. I'm like, well, he earnestly thinks he knows you. I'm like, but he was like in California somewhere, and I'm like, I'm not sure when your paths ever would have crossed.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you take some of the fun out of it. Unfortunately, you're just trying to have fun in your own little corner of the internet. You always got idiots on here. You got to be idiots. Like, go be an idiot somewhere else. Go find something else to do. The internet's large. Go find something else. I wonder how many people live streaming right now. If this isn't your cup of tea, just swipe down or up or whatever.
Right. Dude, there is one thing. Baseball.
I've never heard of it.
No.
That sounds familiar. Rounders? No. Cricket?
You know that the Cubs were trying to go for Zach Allen.
Were they really though, or was that one of those? Hey, buy our tickets. We're going for Zach Allen.
So there's actually been reports that the Cubs signed him, but then those damn reports were retracted. But then here they are coming back that they're going for him again. At this point, Zach Allen would be a great signing, but do the Cubs actually need him? I mean, they've got like 8 or 9 potential starting pitchers at this point.
Feels like you can never have enough pitching. I just asked the Dodgers, but that's bad. That's a bad one to ask because they got all stars on their bench.
But imagine you get Zach Allen. But think about this:
Who do you push out of the rotation?
you add Zach Allen. All right. I mean, I'm just throwing out names. I'm not going to put them in any particular order or anything. But let's say Zach Allen, Steele, Emanaka. Then you got Boyd. And let's say shit, I forgot the right hander. Who's the damn shit? Oh man, the superstar last year, the young guy.
Oh, we reset. We just reset. Who's the
right hander? The damn right hander who was going to win Rookie of the Year last year.
What is his name?
Oh my god, how did I forget his damn name already?
Drawing a blank.
I'm glad I'm not the only one. Jesus.
Yeah, I figured you'd probably come up with it before, but you have him as 5.
But that gives you 5 pitchers right there, right?
Are they pretty confident he'll be healthy game 1?
I think so.
Okay.
I think he'll be ready. But that's 5 pitchers right there. What about Jameson Taillon, who was absolutely dominant during the postseason? He still has another year left on his contract, and you're not going to get rid of him. He's not. I still feel like he should be in the top 6. Colin Ray, I get it. He was signed to be a relief pitcher. He dominated as a starting pitcher last year. Is he going to be like your Skeens or your Scooble? Probably not. He should still be a deserving option for your bullpen or for your starting rotation. I mean, he was a solid. I would like to see Xavier Assad get more options in the rotation. I think he was amazing.
Did he get hurt last year too?
Yeah, he was gone for a good chunk of the season.
I was thinking he disappeared for a while. I just couldn't remember. So the guy you're thinking of, wasn't it like a Cade Horton or something like that?
Horton, yes, that's his freaking name.
The name kept coming back into my head, but it didn't sound right, and I didn't know.
So I'm running down the names right now because I can't remember all of them. So Horton, Steele.
Horton, here's a Gallon.
Taillon, Imanaga.
Hey, that's also fun to say. Taillon.
Imanaga. Who else would I say? Matthew Boyd. So we said Colin Ray was another backup.
Mm-hmm.
So we got Horton, Steele, Taillon, Imanaga, Boyd as your top 5. Assad and Ray as your backup. So that gives you 7. If they sign Gallon, that'd give you 8. But I feel like I'm missing someone. Edwards Cabrera. They signed Edward, or they traded for Edward Cabrera.
Right. They just traded. Yeah. So where would they put? After trading for a starter, they're going to sign another one. Like I say, it's hard to say no to too much pitching, but feels like at this point they need to work on hitting.
Yeah, so if they sign Gallon, they'd have Gallon, Cabrera. So Gallon, Cabrera, Horton, Steele, and Imanaga would probably be their top 5. So that would probably leave Boyd and Taillon left out. And Boyd was an all-star last season.
I was just gonna say, you can leave him out, really, Boyd?
Yeah, he was a freaking all-star. I mean, he probably could have won 15 to 20 games last year, potentially. I mean, I think he topped 200 innings, if I'm not mistaken, or at least came close to 200 innings.
Isn't he still fairly young?
He's in his 30s, I think.
Is he that old now? Wow. Okay. So what would be the plan for all those guys if I don't think any modern rotation longer than 5, maybe 6.
I mean, they could probably go to 6 men, for like the first month and a half with all the off days. Mm. And especially if Steele is coming back from injury, Horton's coming back from injury.
Yeah.
I mean,
do you have any games where they could run 2 starters?
Yeah, I mean, Cabrera, he's injured often enough. Like, they could have, like, Cabrera go, like, 5 innings, and then Ray come in for, like, 4 or something.
I was thinking, yeah. Save on your bullpen.
Yeah, so, I mean, there's options here. But, like, would they do that? I honestly see them trading Taillon with 1 year left on his contract.
You don't see him trading him?
I see them trading. If they were to sign Gallon, I see them trading Tyone. I see them trading possibly Imanaga even because he just re-upped for a 1-year deal for $20 million.
And I'm not sure they wanted to keep him. Actually, the way they weren't really pursuing him. But I think they're surprised. Didn't he take the offer, or was it an arbitration or something? They're like, oh, we're getting Imanaga back. Oh, okay. It didn't feel like they wanted to keep him.
No,
I'm not saying that. I mean, at $20 million a year, is he worth it? Yeah. Well, like you said, you can't get enough pitching, but you can get better pitching. Well, I mean, so he'd definitely been an improvement over Tyone, I guess. But who's going to hit?
I'm excited about this 2026 season.
Can't wait to see how they mess it up. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, they got a bunch of relief pitchers, but I wanted to see their entire relief corps from last year come back because they had an amazing relief staff.
Didn't they let
And
most
with
of them
what they
go?
brought in starting wise, they could be legitimate World Series contenders. Forget Kyle Tucker. I think freaking third base is a huge upgrade. They've already improved the roster tenfold, I think, by bringing in Bregman. Bregman is an upgrade over Tucker. Ballesteros at DH. I think for both season, him and Shaw sharing DH role is fine.
Okay, I was wondering what they're doing with Shaw, because Bregman starts. I mean, honestly, you could have Bregman as a DH if it was available and let Shaw play third, but
I mean, I'm pretty sure they're gonna split. Like Shaw's he's gonna DH, he's gonna play second, and he's gonna play third base. And I think in spring training, he's probably gonna play the outfield from time to time as well.
Let's see how he can do.
But I mean, you're not gonna put freaking Matt Shaw in the outfield.
He's a young enough guy. Does he have some speed? Maybe. I mean, that's how Hap got his start.
Yeah.
Wrong to move to the outfield, so I wouldn't necessarily say no. And I mean, that's assuming they keep Shaw around. If I don't know, he's so young, you don't want to give up on him necessarily, but eventually he needs to learn how to hit.
Absolutely.
If you got a replacement already now from a third base, you're kind of like, well, sorry, you play great defensive third, but we've already said that wasn't enough, I guess, with Bregman. I mean, Bregman's adequate on defense, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a pretty good third baseman. I mean, he ain't he ain't no Adrian Beltre, but I think he can more than handle the role. Shoot. So we got Mustard in. He's asking about the figure line. So I heard back from Bruce over at Alibaba a few days ago, and we got the new mold from for Bone Breaking Action. So in the next week or so, hopefully they're going to mail out the first rubber prototype to me, and it's coming from China. So I'd give that anywhere between 3 to 4 weeks to arrive, and once I give the go ahead, approval for them to mass produce, they can start production on that. Problem is, they can mass produce the figures all day long. We don't have a set roster yet, so all we have is Maniac, or I keep calling it Maniac Riot Wrestling. All we have is Damian Riot and BBA. We have 2 set characters, and I don't know what to do. That I'm trying to get a lot of feedback, but I'm not really hearing much from the viewers, from buyers or collectors. I might go the big rubber guy route. You know how in Series 1 all they had was Matt Cardona and Brian Myers in Series 1? We might just do it that way and just have 2 releases for Series 1 and that be it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to have at least 3 or 4 characters in Series 1, but we don't have anybody else. The original idea for either, New Age Revolution as being the 3rd character, and then he declined to be part of Series 1. So then we pivoted and Bump Shadows jumped in, and he was going to be the 3rd character. And then the Wadi Soldier was also going to be in part of Series 1. But then no customizer out there seemed to have the ability to create the soldier that I wanted to be designed. So I'm like, okay, let's pivot again. That figure can't be designed. let's eliminate him from series one. Maybe we could try it again later on in series two if we really need to have that figure. And besides, we already have Damian Riot, which is basically the Wadi Devil, right? So we don't need two of me in one series. Um, so right now, the original thought process, based on what the folks at the factory told me, is what we were going to have everything. Like the title process was going to be done, figure in hand by April. That's not going to happen. I can almost 100% guarantee we're going to be nowhere near close to April for that figure to be released. I'm probably thinking summertime, and I think probably that's probably going to be a an under or an overestimation, but um, we're several months away.
And
Like
why
I
is that?
said, I'm
Is
sorry.
it the factory? Why is that? Has the factory gotten busier, or what's changed? Do you know?
No, I mean they told me it was going to be about a month to get the mold back, and they said
Took them
they,
longer.
they said they said about a month to 2 months to get the mold back, and then once I gave the approval, it was going to take like a month to mass produce all the figures. Like they said that was going to be a very quick process. So this was back in like what November when they were telling me this. So when I thought April to have everything, like let's say a month for them to ship everything, via boat to my from China to me. I'm thinking April was like that's well within the time frame. That's perfect timing. Um, But look how long it's taken. Like I paid for the mold beginning of December, and they just got like the cavities back. I think first week of January, no, second week of January, something like that. So, and then like the last update I gave with the figure that they had after they put everything together, that was just like what a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean they're like way behind, and it's not
Mm-hmm.
that they're slagging behind or anything. It's just I guess it's time consuming.
I mean, you see with the other companies, yeah. I mean, BRG still notoriously overpromises and underdelivers. They haven't figured that it's UPod. You should underpromise and overdeliver because they'll say like, "Oh no, it'll ship." I think a few they've gotten right, but usually they're way behind. Like, no, or they're way too. What would you say? Um, Happy path or whatever. Something usually changes. Something happens. No, it'll ship by March, and then pretty. What? Well, the AEW. Remember the AEW 4-pack?
Yeah, I'm
I think.
still waiting on all those. And
Yeah, I
that's the
think
other
that should have
thing.
shipped in December. February. Still no updates. They over promised and under delivered. Just push it out,
Our
guys. Be honest with us. Stuff happens. I understand it. So I'm not surprised you're running into that, right? Because even the big guys who supposedly have this process nailed down, allegedly, are still missing, slipping.
our good friend, he who kisses ducks or whatever.
Kisses.
Um,
Yeah.
he who glazes big rubber guys. And again, like I said, I am one of the biggest big rubber guy fans out there. I mean, I love their product, so
Two
it's not
ducks.
like I'm bad mouthing the company or anything. But I mean, I will give them credit where credit is due, and if there's something that's wrong, I will call it out. Fair is fair. They had like, hey, this kickboxer figure was supposed to be released in October, or this Rambo figure was supposed to be released in October. It's now February. Where the hell is the figures at?
Oh, right. That's a way far behind. Yeah, that's a good one.
Or he hates on me like, hey, this Tanashi or where the hell his name is universal character, or he's super famous in his foreign country, and this place, and they made 1,000 figures and they haven't sold out, yada yada. I don't give a flying f. Like, what the
Oh,
hell does it
geez.
have to do with me? Like, oh well, you're making this random character that nobody's ever heard of. Like, oh effing well. Again, what the hell does Big Rubber Guys have to do with Maniac Riot Wrestling? A does not equal B,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. 1,000 of their figures does not equal the 250 figures that I'm purchasing for my line.
And let you worry about it anyway. Why is Kisses Ducks worrying about it? Duck kisser.
Exactly. And I get it. like
Are you a
$50
shareholder, Duck
for.
Kisser? Why are you worrying so much?
And I understand. Look, I understand that $50 to a name recognized company
Yeah.
for a name recognized professional wrestler that can't sell out. There's going to be worries compared to my line, where my figure is probably going to be double the price for someone that nobody knows who that is, other than those of us who watch the YouTube channel. I get it, but this isn't this isn't going to be falling on the same stratosphere of big rubber guys. It's for our channel, for our viewers. So it's special for our community, right? It's for those who watch my channel. It's uh for those who watch Bone Breaking Action channel. It's for those who watch Bum Shadow's channel, because he eventually is going to get his own figure as well, right? Later on, if Jason Nutt, if he still wants to participate in later on, if we get his figure out, he's got a lot of followers that are devoted to him. Not only are they going to want to get his figure, but you know what? If they want to get his figure, they're probably going to want the rest of the figures online as well. That is a lot of viewers that are going to want to buy these figures based on those collections, because they follow the content creators. So yeah, it's going to be double the price, but it's a worthy cause. So we're relying on our own viewers to support us in other ways in that cause, in that reference. So
So if you do need another figure idea, you can have a person kissing like a duck's ass or something.
that's funny as hell.
Under the duck kisser. Specific has got to be in the butt region. It can't be like on the beak, because that's too clean.
That is funny as hell.
That'd be pretty funny, wouldn't it? We'd all get the inside joke, though. Have to come up with a funny name, but yeah, I don't get what's the point
But
of why
I've
are you worrying
seen
about everybody else's company? Run your own company, dude. Like,
and
shouldn't you have
I've
enough of
seen
your own?
that I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name correctly, Tanashi or whatever the hell it's called. That
Uh,
figure sucks. It's okay. It's okay.
is it
It's not a horrendous figure. It's
is it
just
still available?
yeah.
Wow, because they put that
Like
up for pre-order like years ago. I think
like
that's the only thing keeping it on pre-orders, because not enough people buying it.
yeah, I mean it's okay. Like it's not bad. It's not the greatest thing in the world. Like it's not something that super like, excites you that you're just running to the website to hurry up and buy it, you know?
No, I know he might be an international wrestling that a lot of people like, but those people must not be turning out to buy his figure. Because
Yeah.
like here in
And
America,
so
he's not super large. There's not enough AEW fans of his probably that would buy that figure. And it's on a big site like Shop AEW or Pro Wrestling Tees, so it's
yeah.
not like it's hidden.
Yeah, so um and just for him to sit there and kind of like try to embarrass me, like, oh well, they're having trouble selling 1,000 figures. Like, okay, but we're not doing 1,000 figures of this particular character. Now, I talked about 1,000 figures of the bootleg Ricky Steamboat.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Ask them.
oh my god, that was another one. I this other guy, I'm not hating on him. I'm not making fun of him or anything like that, but I have a Ricky Steamboat resin figure, and hey, what's going on, Chris? I see you, bud. The Ricky Steamboat resin figure won my LGN tournament, and Bum Shadows made an amazing amazing custom using that image, right? And I thought about creating a Aztec man, custom, my own version of Ricky Steamboat, right? So this one guy gets into the comment section. He's like, who is this? I'm like, it's Ricky Steamboat. It looks like him, but it's not. And I'm like, well, trust me, it's Ricky Steamboat. Oh no, they're wearing different clothes. Like what? I'm like, dude, it's Ricky Steamboat. It's similarities, but it's not. They're wearing different outfits. I'm like, dude, Jesus Christ! Oh my God, it's Ricky fucking Steamboat.
That's what I
it,
first thought when you posted it. I'm like, well, it kind of looks like Ricky Steamboat, but I'll go with you on that. We'll call it
I'm
Aztec.
like,
I didn't get that's what you're going for, really.
like, like I don't know how else to say this. Like, I'm trying to like be polite and everything, but like, I don't know how else to say this the most respectful way possible. It's Ricky Mother effing Steamboat.
Did he not realize that Ricky wore that type of outfit at one point too in his career? Is that what he's getting locked up on, or the outfit didn't quite match because
Like,
this was red
like
instead
I
of
even
blue?
like I even went into my YouTube and my thumbnail, and I screenshot that image, and I kind of posted that image, showing him the exact LJN figure, resin figure that I had, to
Mm-hmm.
kind of compare the two pictures. Um, because the resin figure I have is like the Hasbro, where he's wearing like his actual Dragons outfit from the 1990s era, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he looks, they're in different outfits. I'm like, because he thought it was like some different character or something. I'm like, different person. I'm like, it's bootleg. It's my own created character, but it's Ricky Steamboat. It's
Mm-hmm.
my own created character, but that's who it is.
Yeah, it was one of the gimmicks he dressed as.
But but the original design, I'm like, you know what? Even if it's bootleg, even if it's a generic created character, this figure is so freaking cool. People will buy the living shit out of this figure because it is that amazing. And if I buy 1,000 of these figures and sell it, it will sell out within days. It is that awesome. Um, and he was like, I told people, because of what the factory said, because of the extra detail that went into that figure, I would have to buy a massive amount of figures. And I'm like,
Oh, okay.
hey, I would have to I would have to sell like 1,000 of these in order to be profitable.
Yeah.
And he used that comment against me. And Big Rubber Guys has 1,000 of this character, and they can't sell 1,000. How do you think you're going to sell 1,000? Yeah, f you, duck guy. Shit. But that pissed me off. I'm like, who the hell is this guy?
Duck fart breath.
Shit.
Remember, I was thinking of Duck Snort, the old White Sox announcer. Hit the little, broken bat type single right over the infielder's head and before the outfielder. Used to call it a Duck Snort.
Mm.
Who was that? You remember Hawk and Wimpy?
Yep.
Harrison and yeah. I think that was Hawk that said Duck Snort. It's been so long. Duck Snort. Duck fart.
But that is just freaking insane.
But yeah, when you posted, I'm like, oh, Ricky Steamboat. I was like, no, Aztec Man. I'm like, oh, okay, we'll go with that. And a lot of people are going to buy it because it's Ricky Steamboat. I don't care what you call it. Because a lot of us don't have a custom Ricky like that or an original Ricky like that. Was there an original LGN that way? Was there any original rubber style figure with Ricky dressed that way?
What with the Aztec look?
Yeah.
No, that was just a made up look.
Yeah. So that would totally be new then. You can't even get an old LGN that way, right? That would be
I was just watching
to customize the old Ricky.
I was just watching my LGN tournament, and my wife was looking at the resin figure. She's like, Aztec Man. And I'm like, that would make an awesome freaking figure. So I'm like, hell yeah. So like,
but uninitiated.
I said that to Bum Shadows. I'm like, dude, do your work, because you're brilliant at making these figures. I'm like,
yeah.
And he came up with that like immediately. I'm like, dude, this is freaking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. But what happened? Apparently too freaking detailed for the freaking factory.
The factory did literally say you'd have to order like 1,000 of them.
Well, they told me that it was too detailed, and I thought it was gonna be like actual computer that comes down and actually paints it, right? But no, they tell you that there's actual people that sits there and actual paints each individual figure. I'm like, well, that's stupid. I don't want that. Like I want actual machines that come down and paint everything. That way, there's no errors. But there's gonna be actual people that paint each detail of every single one. I'm like,
really?
With the amount of work that would go into that first design, you can't get that intricate detail for each individual figure. That's so time consuming.
Have you talked to AJ? Are his hand painted?
I mean, none of his figures have that much detail that goes into them.
But
so
still, even hand. I'm just thinking how much long it would take to produce each figure. Their hand. Did BRG hand paint theirs?
I would think they all do if that's the
Really?
case.
Feels like the Amish way to do it. It's like, what year is this? Doesn't it? I'm like, really? I'm shocked that they aren't. They're not pa- painted by computers. Huh. Uh-oh. The choice is back. Kelvin's here. Um, what do you think? How are you feeling?
Oh man, I'm at 30%.
That's not too bad. We've been gone since 2 hours and 14 minutes.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go to about 9:30.
Okay, about 16 more minutes.
Yeah.
Give me enough time to still take a shower and enjoy the night, fall asleep maybe.
Hey, what's up, Izzy? What's going on, bud?
Um, Hashtag man. Are there any other figures like that, alternative gimmicks or whatever that you could kind of sell as a bootleg? I have to go back and
I
look at.
mean, there are a number of characters. I reached out to, oh man, what was his name? There was a particular a guy that I reached out to on Facebook who reached out to me that he said he's got a multiple point of contacts. Yeah, he's been trying to get me to reach out to a bunch of female wrestlers, indie wrestlers, because I guess he wants me to meet these female wrestlers because he wants me to make a bunch of female LJNs,
Hmm?
which is a great idea because
Underreported or
not enough.
underutilized, underreported. Yeah.
Yes, there's not enough female LJN wrestling figures. So I'm like, you know what? That's awesome. So I'm like, cool. But I reached out to him the other day because there's certain characters I wanted, and he hasn't responded back to me yet. So I'm just kind of waiting to hear back from him. But I'm gonna write these names down because I'm gonna forget about them. But um, Colossal Kongs, I know were one of those tag teams I wanted to hear back from.
They sound
So
familiar. Like they've actually wrestled some pro leagues
well,
and stuff, right?
Colossal Kongs from WCW.
Okay. Yeah.
So I know they're one of those tag teams, and they look like King Kong Bundy. So you would think King Kong
Yeah.
Bundy would be an easy one to make, but to me, but I wouldn't want to have like just a King Kong Bundy figure remade, twice. I'd want it different,
Mm-hmm.
like I'm envisioning, one figure because I don't want mirrors of each other. So if I reach out to Kevin Pelkey, I'm like, look, uh, I'd want one figure with Kamala's body. I'd want a second figure with King Kong Bundy's body, but with like SD Jones arms or
Yeah.
maybe Big John Studd's arms. So that would be my vision. Second thing I'm looking at is Ron Reisman, the Yeti.
Oh yeah.
So I think I've talked about these already in my last live stream, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
kind of go over these a little bit again.
Well, there's two.
Uh, Another one I mentioned was, of course, Aldo Montoya because
Yeah.
he's got quite a number of uh, well, he's got a couple from Zombie Sailors and Grapples and Gimmicks with
It
their
wouldn't
really
be
simple,
original per se, but those aren't LJN style, and he probably would use the money.
yeah. So
Well,
I
you
mean,
might still
I
be able
would
to do
love
that,
to get an LJN with his.
especially the
Max
Aldo one.
Moon. I think Max Moon as LJN would be a freaking killer freaking figure, man. Eric Clapton, if we use it, or Phil Collins, Michigan. I don't know a lot of Eric Clapton songs. I'd probably go with Phil Collins, no matter if I know a song or not.
He also had a Weezer, Beverly Hills, or Green Day When I Come Around. That was his first choice. That was a little tougher, but I went with Weezer because I'm not a big enough punk fan. I feel bad choosing punk.
Uh, I like both songs, but I'm gonna say Green Day.
Yeah, I can see that. I have some of those, and I'm going to fig a new one. It's going to be the Chris Benoit. Yeah, probably can't do that one. I mean, as a wrestler, he was great, but man, such a
Now,
tragedy.
I mean, if somebody gets me in contact with his estate, I mean, if there's a way to create his figure, I mean, I would. But I mean, would that be the type of character? I mean, because of his history, though, would
Right.
that be someone that I'd want to release with my first, major superstar for my line, though?
I mean, definitely not first, but yeah, I wonder what kind of I don't know. It feels weird having maybe a figure of his, but I think didn't they even do like a job of cutting him out of like the WWE vault and stuff? Like I could see still enjoying his matches and divorcing the art from the artist kind of thing. You know what I mean? Um, in his promos and that. Well, the promos might be tricky, but you realize he is making most of that up. The story happened. You could still enjoy the matches. Maybe buying a modern figure of his. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not that hung up on it as some people are, but I wonder if some people will get hung up on it. Lightning rod. Like your Trump figure, right? It's like, yeah, you'd probably sell more Trump figures though, then you'd have to worry. I don't know how Benoit will be taken by the wrestling figure community. But I mean, if you say, hey, honestly, and then maybe you make a figure of like his kid and you make a figure of a woman. Is it David? What's the elder son's name? He's still around. He was the only one not in the house at the time. He's still around. If it benefits him, say, hey, we're making a figure of the whole family or whatever. The Cure. Oh, yeah, I don't know either of those songs real well, but I don't really like The Cure.
I'm not sure of either song. I mean, maybe if I heard the song, maybe I would know it, but I don't recognize the title.
I really haven't enjoyed any song I've listened to The Cure. It's just not my style. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's tricky. Like I say, even like lightning rod modern figures like your Trumps and stuff like that, you're still going to sell. There are people who buy it. I don't care. I don't know where Benoit is on the public zeitgeist. If probably people like, who's this? You'll go from range from who's this guy, right? Because he hadn't wrestled in years to no, I'm not getting that murderer.
Yeah.
But then there'll be people who will buy it because they're like, yeah, because they're not making figures of his anymore.
Yes, I'm kind of. I don't know how many
you
people
realize he's
are.
not been profiting off of it at all, right? He's dead. If
Yeah.
you say, hey, no, his son signed it and said, no, I want to still, because I think in some respects he still, appreciates, loves his father.
Yeah.
Also understanding what massive, terrible thing that happened.
So I'm kind of wondering with the Damian Wright figure. This is kind of because right now Damian Wright is supposed to be number 2 release in the series, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Right after Bone Breaking Action comes out. Once I get my approval for BBA, like, hey, it's the right flex, good rubber and everything, give the approval. I'm gonna pay for the second figure to be so they could get started on the next one, right?
All right, yeah.
But
especially because
that way there's no lead time. I don't have to wait for everything to be done on the second one.
Make figure after figure.
But what if I say, you know what, I don't think the second figure is going to sell that well, and I want to wait and get another character, whether it's Bomb Shadows, maybe it's the Wadi soldier that I want, or maybe it's one of these characters, maybe it's one of the indie wrestlers we were talking about, maybe like Evil Nate. Actually, Evil Nate is one of those names I want to put on here. Evil Nate Hewitt. He's actually one of those highlight characters I really want part of my line. Or it could be someone like Peter Sisko or something like that, JP Grayson, one of those cats, right? So it could be an indie wrestler. They will definitely help this line sell a whole lot more. Having a professional indie wrestler, but I already paid for the 3D file for the Wadi Double. So, and he's going to come with an accessory, which means that accessory is going to make that mold is going to be even more expensive.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Should I go ahead and pay for the mold for the double figure in hopes that one is actually going to sell, or should I hold off on that and wait and see if we can come up with a third figure and pay for that one and run that through as a second figure released?
What would be? So you'd have BBA. What would be the second figure then instead of Damian?
Instead of the double.
Yeah,
and that's why we're still waiting to see who the third, fourth, fifth, etc. Who we could release.
Bum has a lot of good ideas. Choosing one of the bums, and he's already in the right like pose and stuff. It looks just like it could be an action figure.
You know what? And I'm strongly thinking about, even though a lot of people, well, some of the feedback I've gotten back is they would like to see a referee as part of the line, and I'm like, you know what? That might be a very simple answer.
He did have a ref bum in there, didn't he? Already?
Yeah, we can have I mean, we can have a Bum Shadows referee. I mean, who is Bum Shadows? Like, is Bum Shadows a referee? He doesn't have to be. What he does have is a million variants, and we could take this Bum
That's the
Shadows
problem. I feel like
referee,
you're
and
wasting
why
bum on a
not?
referee. Unfortunately, I mean, I understand you want a referee, but it feels like he has so many better ideas that I'm
Yeah.
like, would you? Because then it'd be a while before he released another bum, wouldn't it? So then I'd be like, well, I'm going to be waiting forever for my, Arbor bum or that bum Skeletor
I mean,
from, Hollow Bum, or Halloweeny Bum, however he call himself, or
I think if we put him in a referee suit, that it does get him his own action figure, one, and
Mhm.
two, it does give us a completely different character out there.
Did he
So I
already
think
render
that
one?
would still work. Like, even if we put me, like, even a random figure of me, like, in a referee suit, like, it's still a figure of me. Like, I'm okay with that. But like, you look at LJN, white and blue shirt referee, they're just generic pieces. They're not of any specific referee,
Yeah,
just generic pieces, right? So if you look at Bum Shadows in a referee suit, people that look at the figure, buy the figures, like, it doesn't have to be of any particular person, right? It could just be a generic referee.
he released
But
a referee like with his head wrapped, like he just had facial surgery, like when they did the Twin Hebner gimmick in
right,
that Andre the Giant match or something. Right when they're
right,
both in the I don't know, just as an homage to when did you get plastic surgery? Remember Hogan talking about it before we
but
realized they're just brothers.
but people that watch Bum Shadows channel and people that watch my channel, people that watch Bone Breaking Action, they know who Bum Shadows is.
Yeah,
They will want to buy that figure because they want to support Bum Shadows.
yeah,
And
yeah.
you know what? How cool is that freaking figure?
I just don't think using him on a referee is where I'd like to see him, but because he had so many good ideas. And like I say, you're not going to make, can only make so many bums anyway, because you're only going to
Yeah.
make so many. Then I'm like, man, can you just get a different referee and use one of the other bums that he's generated? Did you see Kelvin's got a movie in there too?
Blade
Um,
2 or Iron Man 2.
yeah.
Uh,
One of the Iron Mans I get blended together. I get sick of them. I always like the Blade concept. Tom
um,
too. I don't
I
remember
probably would say Blade, but I mean, I liked all the Iron Man movies.
Clash of the Titans or the original or the remake. The
I
original
only
has,
remember the remake. I mean, yeah, and I don't really. I think I saw the original, but I don't remember it, so I'm gonna say the remake.
I think the original for me just because I can remember how kind of crappy some of the different scenes they had to do. I think I remember Medusa looking kind of weirdly claymatic and goofy. You know what I mean? So there's some like nostalgia factor at play there. If I'm thinking of the right movie, and to be different. Um, so you don't have the list of the females yet. Somebody's given that to you.
No,
That'd
the
be
guy I
cool.
was talking to, he just said that he could get me in contact with a bunch of names, but he didn't really give me anybody
Yeah,
specifically.
that'd be kind of cool because like we do say they do seem to be still underrepresented. That's the word.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, you know what I'm talking about, Kelvin. If I remember it correctly, so it's very nostalgic. It was a little goofy at the time, or maybe looking back on it, you're like, but I mean, for when was the original made? They didn't have technology like we had nowadays. And I
What?
think I saw it as a kid, maybe in school or something weird. They found some excuse to show it to us on either like a sub day or maybe we're doing like a Greek mythology lesson or some reason. Kind of like the one time I think it was fifth grade, my teacher all read us The Hobbit and then got to show us the animated movie because the live action wasn't around then, but we got to watch the animated cartoon, which was kind of fun after we finished the book. That was kind of neat.
Oh man, we are coming up at 9:30 almost. One more minute.
We made it. We're going.
Dang, this hair is super freaking gray.
You like it? Yeah, that's what. So you like it so far? Not sick of it yet?
I don't know if this is like darker than I wanted or not.
You just dyed it though this afternoon?
Yeah, I mean, just like about an hour or two before
Yeah.
the stream.
So
So
yeah, give it some time to grow on you, and then worst case you can dye it again. Maybe every show you'll have a different color.
sounds like a plan. Shoot.
And then one of these days you'll shave it off just to confuse everyone. Show up completely bald, like, oh, you have no hair. Not saying you
I mean,
have.
I am. I'm gonna have to. But shit, every time I go to the damn barber, like I tell the damn barber, like I want it, like I want like this much of the freaking hair gone,
Yeah.
right? Like I want like super freaking short back here, where there's like nothing back here. I just want this part, so that I could comb my hair back. But every time I leave the barbershop, my hair feels like as long as it was when I freaking first walked in. I'm like, what did you cut? Like I gotta pay you $30, and what exactly did you cut exactly? Because I where's the hair on the floor?
Yeah.
What is this? What's going on here?
That's funny.
30 freaking dollars for a haircut, and there's no hair on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now. Oh man. Quite a pop it.
And I haven't been to the barber in years because I use like an electric clipper on mine now, and I just shave it myself. In fact, I'm probably about you. So I do shave it mostly bald for at least for a day or two. I'm mostly bald, but your hair grows back fast enough that I think I used to years ago try to keep it short every day, but you have to shave it every day. That's no fun, right? Because it immediately starts coming back as sandpaper the next day. Um, but I do like it short, so I pretty much keep it short when I can. Other than that winter beard, maybe I should look at trimming sometime. Oh, I still feel pretty good, so I'm hoping I'm over the sickness.
Yeah, I gotta reach out to Kevin Pokey again tomorrow. I don't know what it is. Whenever I try calling him, he never answers the phone.
Doesn't like you?
Well, I try calling him. Well, I call him on the phone. I call him through Facebook Messenger.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever I call him, like he doesn't answer. He'll send me a message afterwards, like, "Hey, what do you want?"
Maybe yeah. Or did he not recognize it? I know the first time he called me, I'm like, what is that noise my phone is making? Because it makes a different ringtone. Maybe he didn't recognize it, or maybe do you have to turn that on if he has if he doesn't have Messenger on his phone, it doesn't ring.
I
don't know.
I don't know. I assume it's still regular like phone call or whatnot. Jason, he was kind of like the same way. I try calling him all the time, and never answers. But I'm like, dude, like I always wanted to like share like what was going on with Maniac Riot Wrestling with him. Give him updates, or call him up, ask his opinion about stuff. Like, hey, how do you feel about this, or how do you feel about that, or hey, hey, could make these changes, so on.
Yep.
But I could never get a hold of him. So, and I hate sometimes you don't want to talk through text message. You want to be able to verbalize through phone calls. What's going on. You don't want to sit there and have to continuously talk through writing and whatnot. You want to have an
Right.
actual verbal conversation with somebody. That way you can relay what you need to say to someone. But
Good.
I wanted to ask him about the colossal Kongs, because I wanted to ask him about those particular figures. I feel like he has the ability to make any figure that you want in the condition that's the size you want. Like I talked about wanting to put them in the shape of Kamala, or maybe another figure in the shape of Big Boss Man. But like I talked about that Ricky Steamboat figure, and the second I sent him that image that Bump Shadows came out with, he had it in 3D file format within seconds. So he had that black and white 3D file, like I said, seconds later he had that scan text back to me, so it didn't take long at all. But when I asked him if we could change the fighting pose on it, no, this is what I have. This, attitude like that. So I'm like, okay, that's fine, whatever.
Nope, this is what I got. Can't change it. Isn't that the computer file? You should be able to change it pretty easily.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask him, like, hey, if I get in contact with you, like, hey, if I make this special request, uh, if I want this particular wrestler made, right, and I wanted it to design to look like this, Kamala, Big Boss Man, can you put it in this particular pose,
Right.
or do you have 3D files made already, and you're just gonna slap on his head onto this body, and hey, these are what I have made already. You take it or leave it, type of deal, because maybe I'm not gonna be happy with the pose that you have pre-made, and I have like I said, I have a vision in mind of what I want these figures to look like, and if they don't meet that vision, I'm not gonna be excited about it. So. And that's might have to go back to freaking Tom Vega again. And when you guys know how I feel about that, Mister, semi-nude of your damn wife, Tom Vega. I'm like motherfucker.
The weirdo creep. Yeah.
Oh man. And Mister, hey, I'm gonna charge you $350 for this figure, which is severely outrageous. And then, when you come back to me, a couple weeks later, I'm gonna charge you another extra $100 on that same exact thing. Like, what happened to the $350 you tried charging me a couple weeks ago? Now I'm coming back to you. I'm ready to pay. Now you want to charge me $100 more? Like, what the? Like, scam. Like, this is why I don't want to work with certain people. Like, they try to take advantage of you. Rip off.
Mm-hmm.
Want to work with somebody who I feel like is a fair and honest customizer, but it's really hard to find those people in this day and age. But guys, we are more than 2.5 hours into the stream, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I want to go 3 hours or if I want to stop here. But at this point, I think I'm going to stop.
Yeah, I need to hit the restroom anyway. Too much water. I like to take a shower, maybe hit the hay.
Yeah,
Probably a good stopping point. Car wash or Shaft? Last choice from
I
Phil.
don't think I've seen either movie.
Oh, really? Shaft always holds a place in my heart, and our kids we used to.
I mean, I know of Shaft. I just don't think I've seen it. I mean, what was the other one? Not Denzel. That was shit. That was damn. Help me out here. The last one, the remake, was with
Samuel Jackson.
Damn it, Samuel L. Why do I can't remember his damn name?
And if you couldn't, you'd be like, who is the one guy you play as Shaft right now? You'd probably choose Samuel Jackson. Even if they hadn't. You're like, you got it. You can't not you choose him. What did I see the other day?
I know of the movie. I just don't. I think Pam Grier. I think it was like in an original movie or something.
Oh, well, that's true. I forgot about Richard Pryor and Car Wash. Yeah, so maybe it's an ensemble. I think Shaft. I don't know. Seems to be more quotable. I mean, most of his choices are supposed to be tough. I forgot about Pryor. From Peoria, Illinois. Richard Pryor. Cub fan.
Yep.
Sorry.
All right, guys. Yep. So at 9:37, yeah, this was a good stream. This was a good time.
Mm-hmm. So I think probably Wednesday, unless something comes up.
Yeah.
Another Wednesday.
Yeah. So, Wednesday sounds good. I don't know, man. Like, I kind of feel like at this point, moving forward, I feel like these streams are gonna be a little bit more infrequent. Like Saturday, like Saturdays are supposed to be like the main live stream days, but I feel like the last few months, Saturdays have stopped being. It feels like it's been like more like an hour on Saturdays, and like Mondays and Wednesdays have been like the 3-hour stream days.
Yeah, I don't know why. Because Saturday would probably be better for that, but then I don't know.
I think because Saturdays are just been more like weekend, and I feel like that's more like time with the wife.
Yep.
So,
well, I mean, we have a schedule, so they'll be either Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. We might skip one or two or whatever, or go short or whatever.
And also because Friday I've started doing the Hasbro Fridays with Kirk. That also kind of I feel like that's kind of bumped the Saturday stream as well. So that I think that also kind of plays a role as well. So
okay, but yeah, let me know.
But for now, yeah, the Wednesday stream is still on.
But like stuff could happen. You get busy or sick or whatever. Or, hey, maybe you just don't feel like it. You and the missus are having fun doing something.
But I'm gonna see if I can go back through some of my live streams, pick out some of my favorite clips, and I think I'm gonna start using those as some of my regular videos until
Cool.
I can find something better to post. I might do a Latuni review on some of the Legion of Doom figures because I think
Hmm.
those, I still want to do something for AJ. Um,
I don't think I've
him-
seen a lot of Everest reviews, so that could be good, especially the new Legion of
yeah,
Doom.
absolutely. But awesome having you on the stream as always, bud.
Thanks for
For
having me.
all the Absolutely, man. For all the viewers, commenters, as always, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. And until then, take care, everybody.